everyone. Welcome to Revenge of the Gith. That's the wrong thing. This is the right one. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Revenge of the Gith. But everyone moved. No one's where they're supposed to be. What's happening?
Oh, amazing.
It's okay. I have to fix cameras anyway. Hi. We're gonna get started here in a hot second. I promise. I've been up since 3 a.m. So, but you know what? It's cool. It's fine. I'm just gonna move Rob where he belongs. I'm gonna move myself where I belong. Look, and we're almost there. We just got Ty's the only one who's not where he's supposed to be. I did it. Look at this. I did it. We're good. I did it. I am amazing. Amber will be joining us very shortly. They are on their way here. Their PC is acting up, so hopefully they will join us when they're ready. Until then, let's just get started. Rob, go ahead and go around the table. Introduce yourselves, where you came from. Rob, give us an awkward question. No, we have to. What am I saying? Oh my God, Rob, help!
Okay.
Help me!
Oh my
help
goodness.
me!
I'm just gonna take over this intro. Hello, and everyone, welcome to Revenge of the Gith. We're on season 4, episode 5. Super excited for everything that's gonna probably go on this episode. It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. So we're gonna go and see all these wonderful people, including our very super special and exciting guest. And it's a super random question. I don't know why it would even bring it up, but if your characters played Among Us, what kind of strategy would they employ as the traitor? How would they play it? Down low? Would they just try and kill quickly? That's your prompt here. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. Can I get a clarification on that question?
Yeah.
Players?
Characters.
If they were
As always, we're asking the characters,
If
and do
they
they fit in genre? No, that only makes the question more fun.
Okay.
How would my character survive in Among Us?
First of all, who are you? Who are you playing?
I'm
Who is
supposing
this
I'm
face?
going first then? Is that
Yes,
what we're
it's
saying?
you.
Yeah.
You're first.
So I'm Ty Burris. I go by Lot Evenstar on DeviantArt, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and over on the Dice Tyrants. I'm a producer with them. I run 2 shows a week on Mondays and Thursdays using my own system that I created. Aether at Steamworks, of which I have a handy dandy little book right here of it. Aha, shiny, it's pretty. And I'm a long-time role player. I happen to pretty much have grown up in a family that did it for a very long time, and that's kind of the thing. I'm playing Neris Tarn. He is a swashbuckler rogue battlemaster fighter who has caught himself in a sticky situation, really needing help in gathering back some personal valuables of his that he's lost that are very important to him. And if he was going to survive in The Last of Us as one of the characters in there, he'd
Among
probably Among Us, Last of Us. Anyways, Among Us, he would probably find ways to always be near someone who could vouch for his innocence while sneaking away deftly in order to do the tricky things he needed to do. And then he would cast aspersions blame upon others and cause indecision and doubt when they were having their who are we going to vote off scenes.
Hi, I'm Montana. I play Throck the Unsatisfied, a Circle of the Moon druid, and now a little bit of warlock. Throck would probably try to go with a pack. He tried to find like 4 or 5 people to just like go with, because that's a okay strategy. He
Got it. So Throck is going to get double killed, is what I'm hearing.
Oh yes, definitely, instantly. Mm-hmm.
And hello everyone, I'm Robin, and I am playing Proserpina, the Tiefling Arcane Archer and Alchemist. And, well, if I were going to be the traitor, well, we know how good I am at lying. So that's clearly not the strategy we're going to go with. I'd probably just stay really far back and shoot people. And then run away.
Yes, the classic Among Us strategy.
You realize I've never played this game.
Fair. That only makes it more fun, though, to have to answer this question.
Okay, so hi, I'm Obadiah. I am playing Hong Huzi, the half drow warden extraordinaire, and this might make Rob feel some emotions because Hong Huzi play high velocity murder, like 10 seconds after the game starts, he's snapping the neck, and every 30 seconds, bodies are going to drop. And if he gets caught, oh well.
High risk, high reward. Let's go.
Murder everyone faster than they can vote you off. Got it.
Hey guys, what's up? I am your sleep-deprived Velociraptor Val. Today I bring to you Anja. She is our half-drow blade singer, anxious bean wizard, and also, Val has no idea how you would play Among Us because I have no interest in playing Among Us ever. So it's like, I don't know, Anj would be like, I guess I'm the killer, you can shoot me, or I'm not the killer, don't shoot me. Like, because just like me, Anja hates playing video games with people. Like, it makes her too anxious. Like,
Fair enough.
so...
Now, Val,
yeah.
what if the audience wanted an Among Us-like scenario to come up in game, and they felt so strongly about that they wanted to, contribute to make it happen?
Man,
Is that
if
possible?
If
Is that
you
even-
feel so strongly about this game that you just want to fuck it up, you can do that with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100
my.
biddies that you give to the channel, you can give anybody here a reroll. Every time you subscribe to the channel, you can give anybody here a nat 20 or a nat 1. Which is always great to give to our Dungeon Master. If you just want, I don't know, if you want a sex dungeon, if you want a talking squirrel, if you want a key that doesn't have a lock, if you want a shield that moans when you hit it, you gotta just donate money. Just straight up give us money. And I'm not listing those things off the top of my head. This is shit that someone has donated
Coffee,
money for.
Streamlabs, yeah, and those are all real-world examples that
These
I have
are
put
real
into
world
the game.
examples of Ariel's crazy things. You can do that through Coffee or Streamlabs. The minimum on Coffee is $3, and the minimum on Streamlabs is $5. It scales. You want us to TPK? If you want us to TPK, you have to make sure everybody on the screen at least gets paid minimum wage until March. Okay?
We had talked about there is technically a buyout price for the campaign with that structure, so
Yeah, it's like $1 million or something. I don't know.
And anyone who's new or knows some people who haven't followed the channel yet, we're only 98 mere follows away from a deck of many things just being in the campaign, because we're at high levels, which means that I can just throw that kind of thing in and y'all just have to deal. I'm not gonna have to compensate for it in any way. Y'all can just deal with those consequences, maybe.
Perhaps.
So if you are interested in seeing that, follow the channel or get other friends you know to follow the channel. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. And it's time to, unless Val, we have anything else before as I vamp.
I'm good. I don't have anything
Okay,
else,
cool.
Rob. Just go.
We
just
are going
make
to
us
be
role play.
whisked.
It's fine.
We're just gonna whisk ourselves once more away to the world of Aureal, which almost 2 years ago now was invaded by the Gith Yankee. Once thought as merely extraplanar raiders, they turned out to be an extremely powerful military threat as they put the entire material plane under martial law, shunting the denizens of the Underdark out under force of death and threat of death. And so the party, now working with, coerced by the leader of the Githyanki, of the Arch-Lich Vlakith, has descended into that Underdark to try and find an ancient Illithid artifact of some repute, apparently. They found and came upon a strange enclave, a survivor city in the Underdark that turned out to be merely puppeted by the Githyanki, and they made that puppeting even kind of more official. And now have decided to descend towards the ancient first ever temple to Lolth, patron goddess of spiders and poison and the drow, former ruler of a layer of hell, and now a goddess with which some people have a very passing connection to. But before we zoom in, as the party had just bubbled themselves with Liam's tiny hut to rest for the night after an intense confrontation with resurrected orders, members of the Order of the Wilted Rose, which is all sorts of stuff. Watch the previous episodes if you want to know what all's going on there. We're gonna flash back here, and Ty, could you describe your character?
Oh, yes, of course. Neris Tarn is a well put together individual carrying some remnants that show that, yes, maybe Loth is okay. I wear the spiderweb collar. I've got the clasp. I was given it, of course. Some of the jobs that I have completed in the past have put me down here and dealing with the drow. Daenerys is short cropped hair, slightly darker skin, rugged good looks, bit of scruff on either side of his face, and always very close at hand to his rapier and shield. He knows when there's trouble, and he likes to keep out of it as much as possible. But he's very capable of handling himself as well.
Speaking of trouble, you have been staking out the temple, waiting for individuals to help you maybe delve within it. And you do see, in fact, a small expedition of about 7 individuals, at the front of which you can recognize Jatara, daughter of the head of the Seldarine's Edge in the Enclave, youngest daughter, that
Matron
is.
Lucara's daughter.
Exactly. Logara, yes.
Logara.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're good. I threw these names at you like 2 weeks ago. You recognize her with her pet mage. We'll just say you're not exactly sure the relationship between the two. Zazarius, also a drow, within a retinue of 5 other Seldarine's Edge leaning members at the very least. You see them heading towards the temple. You haven't seen anyone else approach it since you last were in it. How would you react?
I like rub my face a little bit. Ah, great. I have to deal with more of these individuals. I just have to get back inside. I suppose I shall just have to make do then. And I'll begin approaching a little bit at a time, just casually walking towards them, raise my hand up in a gesture of, I'm innocent and not dangerous. Can you not kill me as I come closer?
Mm-hmm. As you get within sight range, it's not too long before the keen eyes of the drow in their natural habitat spot you. Jatara, you see her signature bow, which you know all too well. She's very adept with it. Just becomes unslung and kind of looks at you with a face of expecting an explanation for why you're here. You're not strangers after all.
Jatara, I'm so glad to see you and your friends, I'm assuming.
We must have different memories of our last encounters.
Well, let bygones be bygones, I always say.
What do you want? Come on.
I see you approaching the temple here, and I have to admit to being in a dire position. You see, I lost something of value, a necklace of my mother's, inside the temple, and I really must get it back. I was wondering if you and your allies would have me along with you for the venture.
What happened to the last people you went in here with?
That's part of the problem. You see, they were beset upon trapped place. Horrible, horrible as it is. Barely escaped with my life.
I see. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check here.
Certainly.
I'll also let you do deception, I suppose, if you would rather. But
Deception.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather do deception.
yeah,
Also,
I guess
hi,
that sounds
Amber.
more fitting.
All right, I got a 15. Right.
Natural 20.
Shoot.
She walks up in your face. Listen, outside of sanctified in important places, you're useful enough. But even if we weren't worried about losing our lives in there, not sure I'd want you along anyway. Afraid you have to find another way in.
Well, then. I suppose maybe I shall have to find another way in.
I'm sure you understand. Bygones be bygones, and right?
Certainly, Jatara, after all. I mean, we are what we are to one another.
Precisely. And just kind of motions and walks away with her companions.
Bitch.
I need just a stealth check because I really want to have heard that.
Dang!
That is a
Oh,
17.
please, dice. Nope, the dice are on your side. She did not hear that. But that's so perfect. So we are going to flash now forward as that bitch rings through the cavern. You're awoken from your brief slumber by the sounds of quite a few boots rushing into the chamber, and then a spell being cast. As you kind of shake the sleep out of your eyes, you see a tiny hut, a spell I'm sure you're familiar with, not being able to cast it, but it being a quite useful spell, appearing and then turning translucent in the chamber.
Who is the one that sees this? Me?
You.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will come walking towards it slightly and just casually looking in on everyone. I'm going to sneak up to it. I don't know what's there.
Great. Roll stealth check. Everyone else, roll me a perception check.
I got a 31.
All right,
I
team.
can do
Let's
that.
see if y'all can beat a 31. Wow. Okay.
Proserpina got close.
Yeah.
I tried my best.
So I'm going to say Proserpina with a natural 20. Unfortunately, you did not beat a 31. So what I'm going to say is you get like that feeling like you're being watched. Like you get kind of your hairs standing up on the back of your neck, but you don't see anything. And Amara, you don't even see or hear this individual approach. I'm going to say, Neris, just so you know, you would have enchantments on the bottom of your shoes to make them not make noise. That's standard issue for people who walk around the Underdark, because there's things that really like to eat things that make a lot of noise down here.
I'm good at not making noise.
So what do you want to do? You've approached the edge of this barrier.
So I sneak up close to the edge of it, putting myself in a position where as it fades out, no one will see me. And I'm curious what lies within. So I am attempting to just make
Wait.
sure before anything happens that I get a little bit of an advantage on whatever is there.
Okay. So you're just going to sit there and wait for the barrier to descend?
fall. Yeah.
All right. Then we will cut 8 hours into the future as these individuals take a long rest after
I didn't want to interrupt
facing-
a long rest. I'm sorry.
Yeah. after facing a undead scourge. You all wake up and Anja, your barrier descends. Real quick, let's go around in intro order and just quickly describe what every character looks like for our new friend.
Yeah. That would be Montana first.
Oh,
So Montana, you
Yeah.
first.
So, Throck is a crocodilian. It's a lizard folk type, but subclass that's like has a big snout, not like a short snout crocodile, but more like an alligator. But he is big, pretty large. He has like some furs on him, and and yeah, he's about 6 foot, 6.5 feet tall. And you probably see him eating something, mushrooms. It's the last thing we got, right?
Mushrooms.
Yeah, he's probably eating some mushrooms. Oh no, spiders. Oh, he's crunching on some spiders.
Yeah, spider meat. Great. Amaro?
Or Prospina?
Okay, yeah, Proserpina and then Amaro.
Yeah, whichever one.
Yeah, that'd be me.
Great.
You'll see a really big, just sort of patting Honkuzi on the head as it happens from a red-skinned tiefling with black hair that she'll be braiding into a fishtail braid with short gazelle horns, which altogether make her a whole 5'2". Her longbow is bigger than she is. And she's got shades of brown leather armor. Sort of looking around wide-eyed, sort of, yeah, okay, we're here. Yeah. It's morning. Is it? I think it's morning. Yeah.
It's the date, I guess.
Yeah, and yeah, like next to her and like kind of like sitting up as he's like having his head pat is a half drow. He's dressed much like you would expect, like to see a mercenary or soldier of fortune topside, perhaps a decently successful one, although one who has heard that lots of jingling and jewelry isn't a great idea in the Underdark. So he instead like looks like a sort of drab mercenary. Like he's got the big clothes and the colorful outfit, but minus all the over ostentatious jewelry that would bring it all together.
Minus all the shiny bits.
Exactly. And you see like look around, like settle, like fine. I'm still feeling my shoulders. Every dead guy has that much muscle. Damn.
Yeah, he was pretty strong.
I'll let Ever go first.
Oh, hi everybody. I'm Ember.
Does Amara look?
I'm playing. Amara looks. She is average height, long black hair, though it's probably tied behind her for now to keep it out of the way. She's got long black flowing cloak with a hood on it, and just casual clothes, pretty much just comfortable clothes. She does have a little face covering that she doesn't have pulled up right now, and she's got no visible weapons on her except for a staff that is shaped suspiciously like a snake.
Ooh. Snake staff.
And Anja. Go ahead.
I was just going to say she's probably just gotten up. She's probably just doing paces around the entrances and exits. She's bored.
And Anja, taking her time. She normally wakes up before everyone else so that she can get dressed because she is the one who casts the tiny hut. So she has to be the one that drops it. She is a half drow. She looks more drow than she does half at this moment. She has the grayish purple skin. Her eyes are both mostly red, but kind of like with a green tinge around her pupil. Her hair is mostly the drow white, but you can sort of see the hints, especially towards her ends, where it might have been dyed once. It's been a while since she's colored her hair. Not because she doesn't care anymore, she's just sad. And you can tell that she's sad because she's a goth. And she's a little less Lolita than she was before. There's still some laces on her sleeves, but everything else is just practical goth in the moment because she's hiking in the Underdark. like, and she's just sort of there packing up her stuff, like, letting everybody else do their thing while she's just okay. Yeah.
Does she have the 6-inch platforms that she walks around on?
Oh, there are only 3. I said practical goth.
He's in mourning and it's practical, so it's
she
only
has Doc
3.
Martens on. Like, that's what's happening.
There you go.
Like,
Yeah.
You know, they're all
So-
the way up to her knees, but yeah. Like,
So this very eclectic group of travelers is what you see as the barrier drops. How does Neris want to proceed?
Neris blinks the tired out of his eyes and like scratches his head. Wow, I came at the absolute wrong time. Oh, who sleeps 8 hours anyway? I sit up and I look over towards the group. I kind of cautiously listen for a second, trying to figure out what it is that they are planning and if there's any more of them hiding anywhere else or if they're isolated. After this long of a time, I'm assuming they're probably isolated.
Yeah.
I don't see
so
any.
then-
I don't see any of them. I don't see any of the Soldier party here. They must have already gone inside.
yeah.
We're a few days behind.
Kind
I don't
of.
know if that means anything or not.
Well, if we present this, and I hold up the thing that was given to me to show that we are indeed allowed here, the sigil, out in the open, if we present this, we should be able to go in, no problem, right?
Well, we know we won't have a problem with them. That doesn't mean we'll be able to navigate safe.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We always do.
Neris like comes walking, like shaking himself a little bit at that point to look a little disheveled. Oh dear me, oh dear me. Oh my, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anything. Are you I was just on my way through. I mean no harm, no, please don't hurt me.
What do you mean on your way through?
Yeah, what do you mean? Do you just stroll in the Underdark?
No,
Like,
no,
that's
I was trapped here. I am an individual who has often cases worked down here before, but my entire crew is gone, and I'm looking for people to help me. I don't suppose you all are heading to the Temple of Lolth.
Are you with the Seldarines party?
Seldarine, would that be that large group of drow, led by that one angry-looking woman?
Probably.
I don't know, never met her.
Well, I saw
yeah,
them.
you did.
I was hiding off to the side, and I saw them go into the temple. Look, my name is Neris Tarn. I am down in the Underdark. Some people call me the Coyote. I take people who are trapped down here and dealing with the whole Gith thing, and I escort them to the surface. I used to run a little bit of a group that, well, not really run, but worked alongside a group that escorted individuals to safety, and now I'm here. And I have lost something of great value to myself inside of the temple, and am looking for individuals who can help me recover it.
What kind of value? What kind of value are you talking about?
Oh, nothing serious, of course. It's a necklace provided to me by my mother, and it's just something I really want back.
You lost your
Before I try to
mom's
find my way
necklace
to
in the
escape.
temple? How did that happen?
It was on me, and when I got grabbed, there were traps, and the chain broke free, and I lost it in the run. I had to try to escape, you see, and my things were scattered. I don't have them anymore, and I need them back.
What's your mom's name?
Carolyn.
Can I insight that?
I was about to say how much of this is BS that we're getting fed here.
Straight up, like.
Am I rolling here something? Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that
I will say why don't you? This is going to be the first time we've used Whisper, so you're going to do /GW and then roll and do your modifier, and that way you can do whichever social skill you want, and we'll just compare the DCs here.
Oh.
Or you just
what?
click it.
Or just click it. There
Yeah,
you go.
that works too. Great. So yeah, it would be insight for anyone else looking.
So I would place /GW what next time?
So next time it's gonna be /GW and then just roll D20 plus your modifier. And then it will basically send me a roll and only I can see the roll.
We can just pretend it's fine.
Hey, just let you know that
I don't know how to do
natural
that
one
one.
is technically a 14 because of my ear for deceit.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, Neris, you're gonna have to tell Hung Huzi here, or I suppose Ty, how much of that, like percentage wise, was BS?
How much percentage wise?
Yeah, well, he got a natural 20, so you gotta give up some goods here.
About 25% was BS.
So broad thrust accurate, but details are being obfuscated. Okay.
Yeah. Just a few
Okay.
details.
Okay, so you see Hong Huzi like frown, and he says, "All right, listen, whatever else you've got going on, we're not about to do. You don't have some kind of grudge with the Seldarines, do you? Like, if we walk you in there, are they going to try to kill you?"
Well, I mean, no, I don't believe so. I have no specific love for some of the Seldarine, but I'm not on their murder list.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You don't. So you don't exactly check out, but way I'm used to, most people don't totally check out anyway.
Well, look, I do apologize for any misgivings you have for the statements I provided. You have to understand, you outnumber me, and I am not entirely at liberty to discuss my entire life history with strangers.
Anja's gonna get right up in your face and point her finger just millimeters away from your nose. And she's gonna be like, "Don't lie about your mother."
I did not lie about my mother. Her name is Caroline.
And that
Yeah,
is
that
her
you
necklace.
She gave me the necklace.
Okay. I have issues. If that was okay.
Well, I will attempt not to insult your delicate sensibilities surrounding familiar bonds.
Good. Is your mom dead?
Yes.
Mine too.
That is awful. It's a pain that many children should never have to go through, but all of us at some point likely will.
So, what do we get if we help you?
Well, I am capable with weaponry. I am able to help navigate some of the facility when I was in there. I can provide you with a little bit more opportunity to succeed.
Turns to everyone. All who votes for strange, suspicious man to follow us into the temple, raise your hand.
He actually will go ahead and raise his hand.
Mara does not raise her hand.
Well,
Well,
thank you for the votes. The literal votes of confidence.
It's okay. We'll kill you if you try to do anything bad.
I most certainly would not like that to happen. You do look very capable, after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk up front with me, Neris. Well, we'll lead the way. Yeah.
Certainly. Right this way. I know where the temple is.
As you all begin to head towards the temple with your new companion, you can see it's actually pretty hard to miss. a massive stone edifice built into the side of this massive underdark chamber. While it has decayed to some degree over time, there's not actually like a lot of erosion in the underdark though, because there's not natural wind or running water in this chamber ever really. So it's pretty timeless, it looks like. You can see a combination of both this brilliant, uh, now a bit less bright white marble combined with this dark purplish obsidian stone to create this very large, imposing entrance. Pillars made to look like the chitinous legs of spiders. Also, trigger warning for anyone with arachnophobia. This is a Lolth temple. There's gonna be spider stuff. My apologies if that's something you're uncomfortable with.
Why
Just
didn't you
wanted to
tell
put
me
it
that
out
in
there.
advance,
Yeah,
Rob? I don't know if I
right?
can deal with this. This whole thing is
Okay,
gonna.
I just reflavor everything. Yeah. So just wanted to put that out there. As yes, these massive pillars made to look like kind of these chitinous spider legs, and the actual entrance you can see just an open doorway, but this strange effect of the light. You can see there is some like magical floating lights, like a dancing light caught in an orb, but there's this like glistening effect here as if the entire doorway is coated in poison. It looks like, and the entry chamber is no less grand, filled with beautiful sacrifices and altars to Lolth. You can see probably some century old bowls and items left for sacrifice here at this opening temple. This at one point would be a place for worship, but not the true temple. This is where you go when you don't want to deal with the traps to get to the true temple. On the far end of the wall here, and marking the entrance to this temple, you see two drow figure statues, one holding a bowl with a door next to each one. One of them is skeletal, their flesh stripped away in this statue form. The other, fully fleshed, but with no head. Neris, you know that when you went and entered this temple with your drow companions a while ago, that first of all, the skeletal bowl, the bowls are both filled with poison, just very clearly poison. When a little rodent or and such was fed to the skeletal bowl's remains, it just died. It died. But after everyone then decided to do the one without a head, all of your drow companions seem to be fine, and you remember an effect. You remember there was a time where your head seemed to spin, and you felt your heart racing, but you managed to resist as well what seemed to be happening. But you know that anyone who dare move any further must drink from one of the bowls.
Everyone here might want to take a moment and pray to whatever gods you happen to worship.
I think you mean lol.
Spiderweb.
Oh, careful,
Anyway.
there's a spider web in front of you.
Oh, well, thank you for the adequate warning for something that has already occurred. Anyway, the bowls up ahead, there are 3, and we must drink. 2 of them are the most vile poison you can imagine and will kill you.
There's 2 bowls.
2 bowls
Yeah,
are there.
There's the one that killed the... Yeah.
They will kill you if you drink the wrong 2. Wait, 3. No, 2. Yes, I'm useful, I swear. There are 2 bowls. We must drink from one. And the other one, however, is deadly. We must drink from the headless one.
Well, go ahead and drink it.
Damn it. I knew you were going to say that. Well, I survived last time. This is important to me, after all. All right,
It's your
nurse.
mom's necklace. Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting my gumption up, okay? Just a moment. You can do this. You can do this. Come
I
on now.
believe in you.
Gather the strength. Oh, fine. I walk over and I proceed to sip from the one that I know didn't kill me last time.
And nothing seems to happen. You're good. You don't even feel the presence as before.
I act like something happened.
You got it. Roll if you if people are watching to see if he might fake. Let me know. Otherwise, does like the shimmy like a kid who just drank some medicine.
Oh, my head. It's
Yeah.
spinning. Oh, yes.
For sure, watching
Okay.
his every move.
Make a performance check, please, Neris.
I got
I
10.
did not mean to click that, but sure.
I mean, Clark's more watching to
so-
see if he drank it. Like he
Yeah.
actually.
Well, the drinking part is definitely obvious.
Okay.
So since nobody else called it out, Amara, you can tell nothing actually happened to him and he's faking. But Neris, as you swallow the poison, to you and only you, the closed door next to that statue opens and it is a hallway.
Right then, just so you know, it's a doozy when you take that drink. And then I walk through the door. Just
And you
Oh,
see him
we
just
all have to
walk,
do it.
just disappear beyond the door. It's just a closed stone door without a handle to everyone else.
I'll go next. I should be fairly resistant to murderous poisons.
All right.
Thumbs up.
So you're drinking from the headless bowl.
Yes.
I need you to whisper me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So that's /GW, I believe.
Plus GW, and then that'd be.
And then roll.
what's the syntax
okay.
on that?
Plus GW, and then what?
Are there brackets
Believe.
or anything?
It's. I don't believe so. It should be here. Let me make sure.
It's saying unrecognized command on /GW space roll d20. Plus anything.
Thought you could do that. I don't actually remember how you get. So just roll it.
Well, I know how. If you
Oh.
go on your character sheet where you have like your core bio spells, click the cogwheel. You can click right underneath that. You have like whisper rolls or roll queries, whisper rolls to GM. You can whisper toggle.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go.
So do that.
and go
Do
public
that,
it.
and then you won't have to worry about any typing. Great. So
Thanks, Amber.
Honghuzi drinks the bowl from the bowl, and the door disappears to you.
And I assume like there's not any dramatic.
I mean, it
Stomach
tastes
feelings.
terrible, but no, yeah, it goes
Oh.
down as smooth as you think a fairly thick poison might.
So, definitely did not select this for taste. The thought comes to mind that you people probably aren't used to drinking poison, so it tastes how you think, but you should be fine.
Just pinch your
then I'll
nose
go
like
through.
when you're taking cough medicine.
He takes medicine for that. Whatever. And then I'll walk through the open door.
Hey,
Who's next?
Anja cast True Sight
Okay.
to see what's going
Um,
on. Yeah. See the
So
door?
you see the door, but you also see just there is an illusion hiding the large amount of glyphs and runes on the door
Mhm.
that you're guessing kind of keeps this enchantment working the way it is.
Okay. So you have to 100% have to drink the.
Yeah, so there's like a combination of like abjuration, enchantment, divination,
Mhm.
like keeping this kind of working the way it's supposed to.
Gross. It's so nasty.
I'll go next, I guess.
Great. Whisper me a wisdom save, please.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you do that, and you see the door disappear.
Go through the door.
Great.
Rock does next.
Great. You know the drill now.
Mhm.
All right.
Proserpina, do you need me to pinch your nose for you to take it?
No, I think I got
Okay.
this.
Okay, you can go. I'll go last if you want me to
Okay.
stay here because I mean we are both capable to handle anything that'll come up from behind. But
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
Just, yeah.
but I can turn them
Before
into
I
frogs.
drink, can I examine the contents of the bowl?
Please roll a medicine check.
This will be entertaining as fuck.
I hope so. Yeah, the one with the skeletal bowl. You don't know exactly what it is, but you can like just from the mere smell of it, like it is deadly poison. And the other one doesn't smell pleasant, but you think is going to be more akin, as you are starting to learn as an alchemist, as basically more a vector for an effect, not less a poison.
Okay. Just wanted to test that, so I will drink from the headless bowl.
That's the vector one, not the poison.
Yeah.
Great. Roll me a secret wisdom save, please.
Let's see if this works. I'm doing this right.
All right. And then as you drink it, you kind of feel, all that go through, and the door disappears. And I'm assuming you then walk through.
There's Anja. So everyone's gonna see my roll. So, because it's
Fair
on
enough.
stream. I could roll dice if you still want to keep it secret.
No, it's okay.
Okay, cool.
Since you're the audience's point of view.
Okay.
Take the 3 off because I think I still have Blade Song checked. So it's a 16.
And
Yes,
now
Montana?
I will walk through.
Great.
What does the water taste like?
It's mostly flavorless. Actually, it's basically just it's got a bit of a sour taste, but it's mostly flavorless and just kind of is unpleasant because it's like kind of a thicker than water viscosity.
Okay.
Great. So as you all one by one drink that liquid and see the door disappear, you all step through one by one into the next chamber.
Okay, that was not so hard, was it? I say to everyone.
No, it's fine.
Although it doesn't taste very good. I remember the water down here. No.
You should have just pinched your nose.
Does that do something? I've never heard that.
Well, I think it's just because like if you're smelling it and tasting it, you're getting a double whammy.
Oh, so the
Yeah.
sense of smell impacts
Yeah,
taste.
they're connected. Like it's all like connected.
Yeah, interesting.
Anyway, I have juice light going on, so if anything really strange kind of happens in the next hour, I might be able to see it.
Good to know.
Very good. As you all step into the next chamber, you can see a large chamber segmented in the middle by a large chasm, probably about 60 foot across. Darkness magically covering it. If anyone can see through magical darkness, and of course, Andre, you can see it completely on the bottom, covered in poison-tipped spikes. You can see that. You can see that on the back corner, so on the half of the room you all are on, there are 2 large levers, heavy metal built into the floor. Neris, you remember that this is a fairly simple room where you simply 2 people have to pull and then hold the levers in place, and a bridge will appear over the chasm, and you may then cross it. You know that when you all were going through that, just a mage and somebody else stayed there, and the mage just dimension doored across the chasm. However, you do remember when they teleported, they did seem to take actually a bit of damage, but were not killed. So however much you want to say about that.
Well, next is a little more of a tricky part. we must make it obviously to the other side here, but we need to pull these levers. And that means individuals will need to stay with them, or at least we did, in order to keep us all able to cross. Meaning the individuals left on the opposite side will have to find a different way across. The allies that I had, well, they teleported, but it did look somewhat painful, and I would be lax to not notify you of that, as we are now developing a friendship, and trust is important.
You said they teleported across.
Dimension door, I believe they called it, and they were visibly shaken by the experience. Told me it was very painful.
The dimension
I'll-
door
I'll-
is painful?
Yes.
You see how Huzi like seems like a lot like more suspicious than he already was. Like obviously, I think we can all agree Neris is not lying here. But how do you want to adjudicate the fact that Huzi is going to roll insight anyway?
Yeah, so I don't think we need to do the roll. I think it's just, Neris, you can feel yourself being like watched for lies at this point.
Can I make an arcana to figure out why would casting Dimension Door hurt someone in this area?
Please.
Let's get that on there.
Amazing. So, you know that particularly powerful creatures or entities that call a certain place home can have their presence linger and create certain effects around the area around them. So you think just teleporting in general in this entire temple is going to be a little painful.
Okay.
As it's hollowed ground and the domain of certain entities.
Well, if everyone would put their trust into me, I can get you across.
Trust into you. You're currently trusting me. I see no reason why I should not do the same.
Awesome! I will cast telekinesis on Neris and yeet him over.
What?
Just roll me an intelligence check to just make sure you're careful enough to not hurt him.
Oh God! And Neris is punctured on poisonous spikes. Goodbye.
Yeah. Just don't roll a natural one.
I have a
problems.
plus 10. Okay, like I am very.
No, it should be great. I just need to make sure.
It's not a natural one.
Oh man,
it's not a natural one. However, Neris, I am gonna need a dex save here.
All right. All right. Oh shit! And
So
I got a 1.
You do take 20 points of falling damage as you a lot harsher.
Okay, this is going to be a little odd, but like maybe like halfway, like through Neris' arc through the air, like basically when everybody like kind of like it sinks in, oh, she just threw him. You see how Huzi snap his fingers and disappear as per using the armor of Ethereum.
So
I was gonna say, how far away is he before he hits the ground?
60 feet, I believe
so
you
it's
said.
a 60-foot throw across the canyon at least. So it's.
Oh, I don't have it prepared. Never mind.
There
I was gonna feather fall, but I don't have prepared.
I hit the wall on the ground on the other side.
Sorry, I guess I should have warned you.
Oh yeah, yep. Trust is a thing we have to learn here. Of course, sometimes it comes with aches and pains. Certainly, no, I will not do that again, though.
It's okay.
Just so
I
you're
learned
aware.
my lesson, and the spell is gonna continue, and I'm just gonna like not move him anymore, and I'm gonna look over at my friends. It's like, who's next?
Who's next?
And Rob, while this is happening, tell me if I need to take any damage while Hong attempts to just walk across this chasm while
So as you enter the ethereal plane, First of all, this is the first time in a while that you've entered the ethereal plane and not seen any tears or any eyes watching. But, but you do see, as you start to walk across the chamber, that again, the ethereal plane, this kind of like misty, ethereal, ghost-like visage of the material plane. Small little shapes of light flit about the edges of the room in your vision, and they start to approach you, and you see like button-sized spiders made out of little motes of white light. And one of them kind of crawls up and just starts crawling over you, and then another one approaches, and another one, and another 10, and another 10, and soon you can see that there are hundreds of these little motes of spider light approaching you.
Okay, he's gonna continue walking. As he's gonna do so, he's going to start praying to Lolth in. Let me see here. Do eyes.
We're gonna start praying to Lolth.
That is what he's going to do. He's going to start praying to Lolth in Elven.
When you commit this blasphemous act, I'm gonna pee.
What do you mean blasphemous act? Why do you think I have this spider tattoo above my eye? Yeah, he's gonna as he can continues going across, he's gonna begin just quietly praying to Lolth to permit him passage.
What do you say? What do you say exactly to Lolth in this moment?
Lolth, most honored, most powerful, most wise, beg you allow your servant to pass through unhindered by your most potent poisons. As I'm sure you know, sometimes it is more intelligent to bypass a trial than endure unnecessarily.
Roll a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage given the amount of deference in it being an elven.
Persuasion.
The spiders start to descend off of your body, and the only response you get is you hear back in your own voice echoing through your mind the word you saying the word servant.
Okay, so I imagine as that happens, as the spiders begin to dissipate, I reach the other side, pop back in on solid ground, and I see Holmes stand there for a second, and he just very slowly falls to it, falls to his knee, just kind of slowly falls to his knees and just.
Are you okay?
I'm not bitten. I'm not bitten.
I suppose that's good. The temple to the Spider Queen.
Yes. Long may she reign.
What are you?
Should we prepare to catch the next person thrown?
And then he looks. Probably. I don't.
The things we do for a mother's amulet.
Yeah. I guess I'll brace in the front. You look stout. Stand behind me, make sure I don't. Yeah.
Do what we can. Yes. We stand there
ready? Back to the other side of the canyon.
Yeah. Anja's who wants to go next? The spell doesn't last forever.
I guess I'll go.
Into a giant eagle.
Just
turn into an eagle.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So she's gonna lift up Amara, and
Okay.
there you go.
Definitely
Bye.
do it again.
Yeah. I
Yeet,
would like
number
to
two.
say Amara
Mhm.
is like ready to catch herself,
Yeah.
I
seeing
believe
what's
it.
already happened.
Yeah.
She's
Mhm.
got her staff out, ready to summon a cushion.
Okay, good. Then make a deck save with advantage. If you fail, then we can get to the other two.
Well, Throck flew, so
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I meant the two trying to catch.
Gotcha.
Oh, I whispered
Yeah.
that. Oops.
That's fine. Okay. Being prepared for this, you managed to catch yourself, and we'll take half falling damage. So you will take 7 points of falling damage as you kind of still not exceptionally graceful, but graceful enough considering that you were still just basically flung across the chamber. It's hard to control that much telekinetic power precisely, to be fair. Most of the telekinesis on just done has been to just yeet things away, so.
Alright. Proserpina, are you stronger than me, or am I stronger than you?
That's a really good question.
Like, who could carry the other person? Bridal style.
Probably not me. I've never been good with really heavy things. And you're not heavy, but
No, I'm not.
I did kind of fall beneath a baby goat once, so
Oh, okay. So, here's my question. Will you also like to be yeeted? Or would you like to be carried? And possibly dropped? She's the only one who's
I'll
asking
take my
consent.
chances with yeet.
Roll another check.
Wait, before we yeet again, I would like to say the range of
she's
telekinesis is 60 feet. Just carry them.
You can understand. I'm just doing
Drop
this.
them on the other side. I'm
Uh,
glad I don't know this much about magic.
All right, I'll say that's enough to not throw and to. I think it's at this point maybe Anja thinks of just dropping them down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And and then at this point, Anja drops concentration on telekinesis and casts fly on herself and flies across the thing. And she's gonna keep flying, so she's just gonna float, hover until it's gone. Yeah. Alright.
I'm about to say I did yell that back in character, by the way.
Shh, I'm supposed to yell down here. So, how's everyone doing?
Bump.
Everything's fine. Yeah, everything's
fine.
fine.
I'm
totally
sorry,
fine.
by the way, Rob.
Fine.
Can you tell me how much exactly I took again?
7.
7.
I
Thank
have
you.
this mysterious bruise across my back and my left arm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did somebody like hit you?
Or then yes.
Oh. You should do something about that.
Uh,
Yeah, we don't have anyone. Sorry.
By the way, Anja, if you cast Dimension Door in here, prepare to be bitten. She's
Huh?
watching. She's watching. Don't cast Dimension Door here. She's watching.
I'm gonna look. I have true sight. I'm gonna look around. Like, what the fuck's going? Is he talking about?
With True Sight, you can actually see 10 feet into the ethereal plane, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were too far away to see what Hong Huzi saw, because that was as he was walking across. But you can see flitting about, near and far, within your 10 feet of ethereal vision, these little motes of light spiders.
I'm gonna look over at Hong Husi and go, yeah. Okay. Praise Lot. Anyway, Neris, go ahead. Lead the way.
Okay then. Stand up and dust myself off a little bit more and right my jacket, shake my saber a little bit, my rapier, and grab a hold of my shield, knowing that it's probably going to get more dangerous, and I continue walking bravely in front of the entire party.
As you move through and enter into a chamber much more well made and less trial looking than the other, although you know Neris, it's not really, a little deceptive. So it is a large square chamber with a large corridor continuing. We haven't seen a door since that first chamber. However, the entirety of that hallway on the other side completely covered in darkness. Anju, you can technically see through this as it is magical darkness. However, the corridor immediately takes a turn, so you basically see like 10 feet of corridor, and that's it. And you can tell that this darkness continues through, you're guessing the entire hallway, but at least the 10 feet you can see. In the center of the chamber, you can see a large depression in the middle of the chamber with basically steps down on all sides. It looks like basically there's enough room for one person to stand, and then they could be in the middle of this. Above the large corridor in Elvish, for those who can read it, you can see only until enough have been cleansed shall the way be revealed. Neris, you remember that most of the party had to go in one at a time, that the kind of top of that depression would close, and then when it opened again, they would step out, and once most of the party had gone through, the darkness which pervaded the whole hallway, as one of the more curious members of your group went to see if it went around, dropped.
All right. Okay, so this room, you know, I hope all of you really enjoy the probing eyes of Loth upon your every surface. We are about to be cleansed in the light of the mother spider, of course. The depression in front of us, we must step within one at a time until enough time has passed. And I was told before that we will know when enough time has passed, but I still had to guess. So hopefully we're all good with this. Yes?
Did you make it further than this part, or was this part like your last part?
There was more. Yes, there
Okay.
was more.
Okay. How far until your other friends died?
Not much farther,
Okay.
really.
And
All right,
Did
I
this
guess
room
it's-
kill anybody?
Did this room kill anybody? Let me think.
No, it definitely did not. Here, I'll even DM you something there. You check it on Zoom.
Well, to answer that question, you will but have to give me a moment.
But it did not kill anyone, no.
No, no one was killed. But some of them came out smelling foul and just go with it.
Go with the stink?
Yes, I mean that's what you have to do. This is a temple to a giant spider goddess, and I mean there are certain things that must be done, and if things must be done, you have to do them, like throwing someone across the chasm.
Well, as repayment for throwing you across the chasm, you don't have to go first. I will go first.
Certainly. Hold your breath.
And she goes through.
And as you step onto the bottom of the chamber, a stone slab completely closes you off into this now pitch black depression in the center of this chamber, and you hear around you, "What say you to the spider goddess?"
Hey, what's up?
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw, please. As the entire depression fills with poison.
Okay, con save.
By the way, everybody, that whole she's trapped in there, that's supposed to happen. Just so you know.
Like, I don't know what she's supposed to say to a spider goddess other than, hey, what's up? Yeah, no.
Certainly a choice. Okay. So you are going to take 39 points of poison damage
39?
as the entire thing is filled with poison as hey what's up Kim finishes leaving your lips, and you currently have the poison condition.
Okay.
But as quickly as it filled, it is drained out, and you can see it any trace of the poison both on yourself and
Mhm.
in the little depression are just as quickly gone. And I need you, Anja, to roll me a just straight d20.
A d20? I'm just gonna do it
Yep,
here because I have
just
a lot of
d20.
windows open. A 13.
You are rolling. That is, the whims of Lolth have not been satisfied yet.
Okay, it's a 13.
So yeah,
I see.
it
She
is
visible?
open.
Visible
Yep.
again? And,
Real quick though, when I get on the other side, I take the cure poison that Proserpina gave me.
Great. So you no longer have the poison condition, but
yeah, I don't feel great, but
it's
I
all
feel-
internal damage at the very least.
Yeah.
You don't look injured.
But you know what? It's fine because wolf.
You will have to also make a concentration check on that. Actually, True Sight's gone because you cast Fly. Isn't
No,
True
True
Sight
Sight doesn't
concentration?
have concentration. It just
Oh,
lasts
great.
a
Well,
straight hour.
Fly
Yeah.
is, so you do have to roll
Mhm.
concentration on that.
Yeah, not an issue. I have advantage on that.
DC 19, though. No,
DC
DC...
18.
Yeah,
Yes.
17. Alright, well, so I no
So
longer
no more
fly.
Fly.
That's okay.
Um.
Mhm.
So yeah, the little depression, little hole is open once again.
What happened?
She took a poison bath.
Poison?
I was talking to her.
Poison. Poison's fine. And Hung Hoodie's just gonna walk in.
What say you to the spider goddess?
Your servant. Like, Hung Hoodie's just gonna, like, carefully prostrate himself and, like, say in Elven, your servant presents himself before you, and will accept whatever the spider goddess deems appropriate. He's gonna wait.
Roll persuasion check.
Advantage for Elven or just straight?
Just a straight persuasion check at this point.
Okay. Persuasion 17.
You see poison start to bubble out of the floor of this little strange chamber, but it doesn't go past your boots. As you see, it starts to move towards itself and bubbles until it coalesces into a pair of gauntlets. Chitinous in look, with this symbol of Lolth prominently and proudly displayed on the forearms of it, with a giant spider fang coming over each of the wrists.
Okay. He's gonna like bow like a little bit deeper than he already is, and then move to put on those gauntlets, and then get out.
So I'm going to say that these work a little bit differently than some items. So you sense that you can, if you like, immediately attune to these bracers, or you can just put them on.
I'm going to attune immediately.
Great. So you may at will cast the Vampire Touch spell on yourself, but it does poison damage instead of necrotic damage at will.
Okay.
And the chamber opens.
So yeah, I guess probably the first thing that people notice is Hong Huzi's got new gloves on.
Oh! What? You...
Also, roll a d20. The DC is lowered more than if somebody else had gone in to see if the whims of Lolth are sated. And with that, as Hankuzi steps out, these gleaming new magical bracers on his arms, the darkness disappears over the rest of the chamber. And you can see a hallway ahead.
I would like to say Amara sadly puts down the book she was reading, looking for references to Lolth. She had a plan.
Hey, we did it! And I hold up for like a high five, looking a little worse for wear. I've already prestidigitation the smell off of me.
Great.
just looks like I got my shit together, but Hanguzi, you know better.
Well, last time I was here, it took a lot more than that. So, good job.
Well, of
what
course,
did
we're
you
much better
give
than your
up?
previous group.
Well, you see, many of my previous group were not devout worshippers in the way that maybe they should have been.
Ah.
Well then, shall we continue on?
All right. So I will let you know, Neris, that after this next chamber, you know you are going to be at the chamber where you lost your necklace. But there's one more chamber before that.
Okay.
As there is in this next room, you can see a entire room filled with glittering gems and treasure and items, a veritable hoard of wealth.
Look at all that dosh.
This chamber does have a closed doorway with 6 indentations all along the side of the door. Neris, you know, first of all, that there were 6 jeweled spiders deep within, and some of your companions kind of dug around and found them and put them in their slots. However, you also remember one of your companions found something exceptionally useful. Maybe you can tell me what it is that you really took a shining to, and in this chamber took it from them. And when you did, one of those slots also filled. And once all 6 were filled, the door opened.
It was an artifact that created invisibility for its user.
And you stole it.
Yeah.
And
do I still
you want
have
it
it?
It
Or is
probably lost it too.
It's lost with my items. Dang it! Okay. So, amongst this hoard, there are certain gems that are actually worth more than anything else. The spider figurines. We need to find enough of them to fill all the slots in the door across the way.
So we
There
just
are
have to
some
find...
options that are unique. We'll say doing something that Lolth appreciates might also help us.
I motion Hanguzi to come over.
Yeah, he'll approach. Yep.
Brace yourself.
Oh no.
And like you, oh, you might not like what happens. You might not like what happens next, but like you see him start to react. Tell me what you're doing.
She's gonna step on your toe with her heel. Nail!
Hong is going to counterattack.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, so should I roll a attack then?
No, yeah, I think you can just step on someone's heels. He has to roll to counterattack.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
Cool.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you take 20 as like you go to step on his foot and like you see something like wild in Hong Huzi's eyes as he like as suddenly like the sword that he usually just keeps like at his waist like the flat of it just jams directly into your stomach. And
Shit, Honguzi, I said brace yourself. And
if you want to go through with the stomp, it's a DC 10 concentration.
no, it's about to get a whole lot worse, bro.
as you stab her, Honghuzi, you can hear, all of you can hear just like muffled laughter as one of these slots fills with the blood of Anja and turns into a jeweled spider.
It's exactly what I was telling you to do. See?
Throck was trying to ignore this whole thing and look for another gem spider.
Great. Make an investigation check, Throck.
I don't want to deal with that nonsense, he says.
Mm-hmm.
This is just...
There's a lot of gold here. You dig deeper and deeper. As your hand touches some of the coins, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. As some of them seem to be laced with poison. Contact poison. So for that check, you will take...
Can I actually use one of my d20s?
Your rerolls? Or your nat
I have
20s?
Natural 20s.
He has a bunch.
As you may 100%. So as you are like digging through these coins, you can feel your hands kind of tingle, but like you're a giant crocodile person. You're a lot hardier than the beings that generally are touching these coins. So you can feel this like numbing sensation, but your body kind of fights it off as you kind of continue to dig through these coins.
It's kind of like the spiders that I've been eating.
Right, exactly. In fact, do you think it might be a very similar poison? So let's go back to Honghuzi and Anja. Anja, so you just got stabbed exceptionally hard. You're bleeding onto your clothes.
Yeah, bro, I need you to make me a fucking save.
What save am I needing to make here?
I need you to make a... It's a very long spell.
Okay.
I'm trying to read. Sorry, I'm blind, so it takes a minute.
You're good.
Excited.
A wisdom save.
Okay. Dumb. I bet that's longer than your spell save.
Honghuzi, you are a squirrel.
Okay.
I cast polymorph on you.
Amazing. You all don't see Amara just disappear out of sight as well. I mean, you do see it, but now you don't see her. As Amara's just gone. As this all happens. Proserpina Neris, are you just watching this all go on?
Yeah. Standing there like...
First off, why are y'all hurting each other? And second, Honghuzi, you're really cute as a squirrel. I mean, you were cute before, but you're really, really cute as a squirrel. Oh, wow.
Stabbed me.
And I look over at Neris.
Proserpina.
I'm sorry.
He was gonna get a stubbed toe at the most, and he stabbed me? He's supposed to be my best friend. What the hell?
He's a little paranoid. You should see him in his sleep.
Angry chittering up from below.
You know he stabs out in his sleep, too?
No, I don't sleep with him. I don't know that.
Well, he does.
Great. Thanks for sharing with the class. And I'm gonna yeet the squirrel at you.
I'm gonna try to catch him.
And make a dexterity check. You're able to catch the squirrel.
You just
You stay
kind of
right here and don't get into trouble. Again. Anymore. Today.
today.
See, the scroll seems like vaguely offended.
And you're gonna see, like, Anja just rummages through her bag, and she's gonna pull out one of her, healing potions. You kind of see her pick up one that's clearly a greater healing potion, and she looks at it, and she gets really fucking sad when she looks at it. She puts it back, she just takes the regular one. Like, she's not ready to take her last present from her boyfriend, okay? Like,
Yeah, but you all see Anja has a greater healing potion.
Yeah, you do. She will fucking
Anyway,
murder.
as I was saying, I look over at Naris. Oh, you're still hurt, aren't you?
Why, I am indeed.
I'm
don't
sorry, we were
suppose
kind of
that's-
moving. Here, let me give you something. Let's see, that's an anti-venom. That's not gonna do it. Curative throat won't do it. Here you go. And I hand him a vial.
I do know what room we're in right now.
All I know how to make from my mother is healing potions.
I try to identify it as best I can.
Make a medicine or nature check.
All right, then. I don't have either one of those things in good status, so I'll just try. I got a 10.
Sure smells like a potion.
Um,
It doesn't sound like the poisons you smelled so far.
Well, at least you didn't just dip this in the... All right, I'll try it. I take a drink.
It's the just in case vial mother gave me.
Just in case.
Great. So, did I tell you what that does exactly, or did I?
No,
just
you
kinda-
didn't.
Great. Make a Constitution
Give
saving
me a
throw.
random potion. Okay, fine. I see where this
Nope.
is going.
I think I know what the just in case was for.
me too.
I got a 5.
Oh no, Neris. All right.
I shouldn't have trusted any of you.
So, 39 points of poison damage,
Oh,
and you are poisoned as this very bland-smelling liquid descends your throat. You can feel it burn every inch of your throat and into your stomach, as you can feel like your stomach lining dying in your own chest.
I'm going to immediately... Second wind.
A spider fills. Second wind, please.
Yes, I'm going to do
Oh,
that.
that's what that does. Okay.
Hung Squirrel's gonna like, it's like, why? Like, I know this.
I'm squirrely.
He's like, I know that was. He's like, in his squirrel, I know that was me.
Two out of 6.
Oh, another one
Okay,
fills up.
so you heal 4. Yeah. Oh,
I get
100%.
4 plus my fighter level, which
Yep.
is 8. So 12 points.
12 hit points back. Amaro, did you want to be doing anything while invisible, or are you just watching this all?
She's just watching the chaos. Like she's backed off into a corner and just watching the chaos.
Does Throck
She
want to
doesn't
continue
wanna do
just
much.
digging around?
Yeah, except this time, he's gonna like take off one of his furs that he always wears, and then he's gonna just kind of use that to kind of try to not touch the gold in the poison.
So what I'm going to say, so that helps 100%.
Sure.
So you can either now make it at advantage and have advantage on the save, because like it's hard not to have any part of your skin contact any of the coins, or you can give yourself disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll to do it carefully enough that you are not in risk of touching the coins.
I'll do it at advantage.
Great. I love that.
That
Go
seems
ahead.
like Throck.
I agree.
So it's a con save?
So investigation with advantage and then a con save with advantage. You would still dig around. I mean, there's plenty of coins you can take, but that also doesn't really seem like Throck's thing.
No, he's not taking coins. He's looking for the spider.
Yeah, so you will take 8 points of poison damage, and you are like paralyzed for about a minute.
Okay.
So you all see Throck digging through these coins, kind of like wince, and then just like freeze.
Proserpina, you feel kind of like Hung Squirrel, like sort of like pat you on the shoulder and like motion over at Frog, like he wants to go over there.
Okay. And then I'll walk over with just giving chin scritches to Honk Squirrelsy.
And Nurse, are you just like letting them like? Are you just like stepping back?
I'm not gonna drink anything. I'm not gonna go near anyone. I'm not gonna touch. I'm just going to walk off to the side and just look for the little tiny spiders, but I'm not touching anything at this point.
Great. They're not within sight.
You can
They,
all
none of
figure
them
this
are on the
out
surface. So
on your own.
great. So yeah, Proserpina and Squirrel Hoozy, you're next to the frozen Throck.
I'm gonna try and like hop down onto Throck and then like yeah with my tiny scroll, I'm gonna like try and like shift a few of these around. Because
Shift
like
a few what
yeah,
around.
shift a few of these coins around, like see if I can find the thing. Because I definitely have the intellectual capacity of a squirrel, so I'm probably not like aware. Perhaps perhaps my acquired biological poison immunity may not have transferred over. I just know poison's fine. I can probably
So
poison's fine. I find the thing. It'll be fine.
without having the stat block handy, make an investigation check with a -2 for your squirrel
Yeah.
-3 for your squirrel
It's
intelligence.
probably like the same as a rat.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I think I'll just roll this
Yeah.
raw-ish here.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But then also make a con save, please.
So
I assume squirrels are like a +0 con.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
rats
If I'm
are
nice,
a -1.
Yeah. So
Okay, so drop one off of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
great. So Hong Hoozy will take 1 point of damage as Squirrel Hoozy takes a point of damage. And as
They
has
have
been
1
established, you are
HP.
not 1 HP. So you take 2 damage, 1 carries over to Hong Hoozy. But I will say, Hong Hoozy, you are under kind of like the slowed condition from the spell, not paralyzed, because as has been established, Hong Hoozy spent years drinking spider venom on purpose and built up a bit of immunity.
So I look over how many of these little spider bubs we got left? 2?
2 out of 6.
So I'm walking around the room,
Mhm.
and I come close, digging through the detritus with just a couple of like boot kicks here and there, to Anja.
Yeah.
Now I saw that Anja had a potion
Yeah.
a little while ago. That is going to be mine in a second, without her saying it. So I'm
Make a
going
sleight
to
of hand.
steal
I
that
want you to
potion from
be
Anja.
I'm gonna warn
He
you.
doesn't know.
I will warn you. If she finds out, she will kill you.
Well, I didn't know that.
Drama. Go ahead and make a perception check, Anja. I will say, yeah, Amara, you also can make a perception check because you said you've been watching over everything. The other 3 are in the middle of coin stuff.
Cool, a 31. She can't beat it.
So Amara, let's see if you see.
Like 2 sec. Give me 2 seconds. I don't remember,
Yeah.
but I think I have 1 at 20 left. Yes. No.
That's
Maybe.
You have 1.
Yeah, not 20
Don't
then.
waste your nat 20 on this. I'm helping you through the door.
No. Not 20.
Mathematically speaking,
Alright.
that's exactly what's
His
happening.
previous character is like in the back of his head or something. I don't.
a little bit. Just
yeah,
a
so
tiny
you-
bit.
So
Yeah.
Amara, you see Neris, just smooth motion, no rustle made. Just the healing potion enters the bag of Neris, and very quietly, like 30 seconds after, one of the spider fills.
Okay, so normally, something I totally forgot to mention. Normally, when
Mhm.
Amara is speaking, or this is to,
For Ty, yeah.
for Ty, when she's speaking, you just hear a soft-spoken, nice voice in your head, but her lips don't actually move. She's a telepath. This time, it is deafeningly loud in your head. And all you hear is, I'm obviously not yelling because it's super late at night.
Stage
But-
whisper. Yeah.
Yes. You hear very loudly in your head, put it back, or I will make sure you have no fingers left with which to steal things anymore.
Can I respond to that, or do I have to speak out loud?
It's
You had
not.
to speak out
Unfortunately,
loud.
it's just one way.
Lesrin, got it.
Yep.
I look over towards the individual that I believe is speaking, and I say,
See nothing.
She's invisible.
Loth, is that you? Because that doesn't sound like you. It seems like this is something that you would
Why are
want
you
me
sitting
to
so
do.
close to me?
As a matter of fact, I believe that what I'm accomplishing for you has indeed opened one more of those locks of yours.
I
So
see.
it seems mighty strange to me that when I am assisting, to be berated by you. Isn't that something true in this moment?
Sorry, can you repeat what you said last?
Someone
bad.
was talking to him, like off
Yeah.
camera.
I said, isn't it true that if this was not the voice of Lilth in my head, that what I'm doing has unlocked an additional one of these mechanisms on the door, and that maybe what I was doing was helpful?
It's
And maybe in the circumstances where I am breaking these locks upon this door, certainly I would not necessarily see this as a prize, but if I return it, does that not cause disfavor? Do we not wish to avoid that in this moment?
So in all you get in response is all of a sudden there is I'm going to be using my staff of Python. There is now suddenly I don't know how big a huge constrictor snake. Yeah.
It's huge. It's 15
I don't know how
feet
long. Yeah,
like
but
over
all of a
15 feet
sudden
long.
you're in the coils of a giant constrictor and it's just staring at you.
Is there no roll against that?
It's
I
just
just
around you.
summoned
He would
it,
have to
yeah.
roll it to have
Yeah.
it like actually grapple you, but
He's
like
not
it's
grappling
near you.
just
In
like
that minute
rolled
then
around
that
you.
this snake suddenly appears around me, my rapier's in hand faster than you can blink, and I am pointing the point of it at the throat of the snake. Now how magical is this? If I kill it, will you get it back?
You won't be around to find out if you want to try it.
You see the snake is starting to wince as it's on top of a bunch of poisoned coins.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can wait here all day if you'd like.
Okay, here we go. If we wanna do this, let's do this then. There's going to be another loud sound in everybody's head. The newcomer is a traitor. He has stolen from us.
What did you take from me? Like you were
I took-
standing next to her.
I apologize for any inconvenience caused to anyone in this room. My attempts at opening this door that you were all stumbling with and becoming more and more damaged by was starting to grate thin upon my patience.
And you hear like Hug Hoozy kind of like slur out in his defense, Proserpina definitely gave him a poison that was meant for me.
Mother didn't say it was meant for you.
Yes, I was
She
poisoned.
probably didn't think
I've been thrown across the room and now I'm threatened with a snake
I
while I'm doing
immediately
nothing more
start
than trying to
rustling
assist
through my
each
bag.
and every
You're
one
right
of you,
next to me.
bringing you through this temple, putting you beyond traps that may have killed or injured many of you, and I get what in return but threats and violence and pain. I appreciate coming along with you, I suppose, in the attempt to gather the items that I should be coming here for myself at this point.
Give it back.
Fine. But if that door locks further, it's your fault. I
Don't give
hand
a
the potion
shit.
back.
I will put all of us in a black hole. Give it back.
Yes. I
As
hand her back the
you
potion.
Hand that potion back. All of the spiders that were in the slots disappear.
I warned you, and I turn and I walk across the room and cross my arms against the wall. on the
You
far
all
side.
hear like a noise. Being scolded by
It's
the
almost
room.
as if I've been here before and I understand how this works, and yet my counsel goes unwanted.
You should keep in mind that you're not trusted. We found you outside.
He's not trusted. What has he done?
I came across a bunch of strangers in the wilderness.
He's a
waited.
random in the middle of nowhere. What
Yes.
do you mean?
What does that mean? I am a traveler in the Underdark. Is that not a dangerous thing to be? I thought I could come to you for aid, and you have done nothing but harm and torment me now.
How could-
Everything he said checks out. So far, just about everything he said. Everything
Yeah,
is
and then I
done.
caught him stealing.
What?
I
What?
was doing that
What
for
did he
the
even take?
door that we are in front of now, and I was working towards opening it for you, because everybody else is fumbling around, poisoning and harming one another.
Then tell us. Tell us how to open the door.
I did
Instead
tell
of
you how to open the door. I told you to do what both likes, one of which is theft and backstabbing one another. As you can see by the damage that your Anja has put upon this Honghuzi, and by the theft that I perpetrated, of course. I learned to do that once before in here.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt one time, but I
Give
don't
him the
trust
benefit
you.
of that way. It seems to me you screwed us all.
How did I do anything? I witnessed
Look at all the
a man.
progress we just fucking wasted.
Okay. And if he had stolen from you,
Where the hell
I
are you
had caught
anyway?
it. Gone.
You honestly believe I was attempting to keep something I don't need?
I know not what you were doing. I just know that I witnessed you stealing from someone I consider at least somewhat of a friendly friend-ish.
Well, she just
You all
offered to murder you all
Can't
if
see
something
it,
like
but she
that
gives a
happens
suspicious
again.
thing.
you all hear that voice that kind of at you ring out through the room and say, I think this is taking too long. And little vents in the walls open, and very slowly but steadily, thick green gas starts to pour out of them.
And now we're all dead. Thank you, everyone, for this waste of time.
I have a timer on my own phone, and once it goes off, we're going to start making con saves. What are y'all doing?
You're gonna like Honghu's gonna mutter something very dark and unpleasant in Elven, and like after like a quick look around, he's gonna start like quickly like yeah like he's pretty sure he can take it. He's gonna like quickly start like just going through that pile of old coins, looking for them. They're spiders.
Okay, you're just going to dig through the coins?
Yeah.
Go ahead, make an investigation check.
Can anyone here detect magical sources of any kind?
I mean, I can.
To your knowledge, they're not magical. They're just basically ruined.
Well, I don't. Yeah.
To your knowledge,
I'm grasping at straws at this point.
I'll say that's enough to find the first one. Honghuzi, make a con save with advantage. All right, you take. I think because you have resistance to poison damage, correct?
I think 2 sources of resistance, one from green and one from
So you take a total of 1 poison damage as you find 1 jeweled spider.
There's one. I recommend everybody else begin searching through the detritus. I've had enough of my fair share of poison for today.
That's fine. I can take this. If anybody would like to speed this along by stabbing each other in the goddamn back, that'd be appreciated.
Or we could stab 1 or 2 of us in the back, and that will resolve at least a couple of these little barbs.
You heard the man. And I'm gonna. I think you mentioned there were like multiple like chambers. I'm gonna go over to one of the other ones and start searching through that too.
There's all sorts of piles of gold. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Anyone feel free. Jump in with what they want to do if they're also searching. But
You have a disassociated half-elf.
Yeah.
Great. And great. That's enough for the second one as well. Con save as well.
I will start searching as well.
Great.
As will I.
Great. So 2 damage for you, Honghuzi, Prospina, Amara. You mean
Does that?
you're
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's just investigation and then con saves. And I will say at this point, Throck, you are no longer paralyzed.
Okay. Would this count as searching for a hidden object then?
Yes. So
Okay.
Prospina, you do take 4 points of poison damage and are paralyzed.
Yeah, I use Indomitable.
34.
Yes, I would even recommend it. But you do not find a scorpion,
Never
a
mind.
spider with the 16. Amara, you do find one. What's your con save, Amara? Go ahead and make it. So unfortunately, as Proserpina, you dig through the coins, you just see Proserpina take them damage.
4.
Amara, you also take 4 points of poison damage and are paralyzed. So, Throck, what are you doing as you kind of recently stopped being under that poison's effect? So we're at 3 out of 6. We're running out of time. Oh no, you're muted, Montana. I couldn't hear you. It literally.
Sorry.
There you go.
Can I cast Find Traps?
Yes, I will say roll me a wisdom check
Cool.
for that to count these little spiders.
Just a straight wisdom check?
Yeah, to see if you can kind of bend the spell in that way. Otherwise, what I will say is it will give you a bonus against touching these coins, because all the poison coins are technically a trap.
Okay.
Does my true sight just help me find the hidden objects?
There's not like obscured by magic in any way. It's just a
Okay.
lot of different coins. Like
Okay.
it's physical objects, unfortunately.
Would his sense traps, since
Yeah.
the coins are poisoned and as a trap,
Yeah, so that's what I'm
find
saying.
could he look for areas that were not traps?
Yeah.
True. Yeah. So I will say, I'll just give you straight up advantage on your searches and on your con saves now for in perpetuity.
Kinda.
So go ahead, Throck.
It's Honglu's gonna like when he notices that Proserpina is actually like, God, he's grunting, like he's gonna kind of like shoulder her up, like just, things I do. And like yeah, he's gonna kind of like shoulder her a little bit so she's not getting it worse, and then get back to searching.
Go ahead. Andre, it sounded like you had something you want to do. Go ahead, Obadiah, roll
Sorry,
your
I
checks.
was a little because like I can't concentrate. So you thank you, Coven of Linnea. You are saying that True Sight is not going to give me any help into finding these things.
Unfortunately, no. It's mundane poison, and it's just coins
Gotcha.
covering them. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
You do see an invisible Amara paralyzed in a corner.
Oh yeah, I definitely see an invisible Amara. Is the way out obscured? Like the way we came?
Yeah, you could go that way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
Don just turns and walks out.
All right. So Anja leaves. The 5th now, as Honghuzi finds the 4th spider, and as Anja leaves, the 5th spider fills up.
For the 6th, can I whisper a silent prayer to the Spider Queen?
What do you say?
And quick, Rob, how much damage do I take?
Yeah. I just typed it in there. Go ahead. What's your prayer to the Spider Queen?
I pray to the Spider Queen that if she allows us to get through this infernal room, I will prepare for her a sacrifice later.
And the last spider fills. The poisonous vapor descends back into the walls. As it was basically about to touch and fill the lungs of your 2 paralyzed friends.
I go grab somebody who's paralyzed by the feet that I can see and drag them towards the door.
Yeah, it only lasts about a minute in lifetime, so it does not last very long.
Well, I'm strong enough. I'm just gonna drag them through the door anyway. There, we about finished with this one. Now, this was the final room we made it through before we all ended up separated or dead. So, from this point on, we're going to have to rely on each other, our wits, our capabilities, and our trust.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and I don't think it's gonna hurt you too much to answer, honestly. Would it be reasonable to say that this is the room where all the problems exacerbated by the last room came to a head?
I would say that they definitely culminated through that room. Yes, there was a great deal of tension.
All right, then I think we're gonna need to come to some kind of understanding here, because I'm not aiming to get killed.
Of course. If you have a question for me,
All right. So you survived, and given that you want to go back in to retrieve something, well, was this something you lost or something you intended to acquire? And
It- you can see Neris kind of combating himself for a second, thinking about it. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you because this is very important to my personal success and survival. I belong to the Lie Syndicate, a large organization at the surface. We've dealt with the Drow for some time. My party came across things that they could not handle. And an individual I know by the name of the Molehill helped betray them. He happened to have separated from the group, and there was a bit of turmoil, and I had to run. You see, it was that or die. I do have some regrets, as if I had stayed, maybe I could have helped more, but I don't feel like that was the case. I bear no true regrets. I'd held no great love for my previous compatriots, but I saved my own skin. What I am seeking is a sending stone. It was attached to a necklace that I got from my mother. I need this to get back to the Lie Syndicate.
okay, okay, I can make sense of that.
Now, I
We're
do know that ahead of us is Matron Logara's daughter, Jitara, and a party. Rather large one.
mhm.
So, I don't know how far they might be in here, but I know that things might get uh, hairy, sticky. The web, of course, being what it is.
Well, we came in with signed permission from her mother. Uh, Circumstances being what they are, I think we can questionable how far that'll get us with her, but uh, no problem is she's the one who, and like Hong's like motion his head towards where like I don't know if I don't know if Anja actually like followed people through after or not.
I'm just leaving
Yeah.
the temple. Like, I don't think you understand.
Okay.
I'm just going home.
Okay.
Like...
Okay. So like yeah, when he's like, oh no, it's like he likes it. We came in with it, but it's gone now. So I suppose that's a question of how believable we are.
I do
So I
know
think-
that needing that here is something. It is important to your safety in the future, and you may want to get your friend if she's the one that has it. She is leaving, and I point back to the. You see her like heading towards the chasm.
As you can see, Anja leaving the room, the door starts to close in from this room that you've all gone in. You think there's maybe enough time if Anja at least doesn't resist being taken, that you could maybe rush back out. But first of all, you'd have to take some poison damage to do so, and you never know. What are y'all doing?
Does someone wish to go get the one with the permission that we have to be
Permission
here?
slip.
I don't want to have to get in trouble and go to the principal's office for missing my hall pass once more.
Like Hong he's gonna shout across in Elven, I will drag you back through a cloud of poison if I have to. I am not letting you kill us with your tantrum.
Anja, do you just keep running? Do you respond at all to that?
She stops and thinks for a second. You stabbed me. And he took Alex's potion.
You swung first.
I warned you.
I took a potion, and I have
You took
apologized for
Alex's
that.
potion.
Who's Alex? I don't know what the importance of this is. Why don't you come here, Anja, and tell me, please, so that I understand why this was so damaging to you?
I owe you nothing.
That is true.
You owe me a hell of a lot.
Oh, don't you start, because he's dead because of you.
Because of me?
Door's closing.
And like, Hong Who's gonna like stomp through it, like he's gonna like, stomp after.
Throck changes into a giant constrictor snake, and he dashes through the room, and he tries to grapple Anja.
Okay, so first make a con save as there is still some lingering poison. And Anjo, are you going to do anything other than just make a opposed check? Because giant constrictor snakes are not quite fast enough to get there before you can react.
Yeah, I'll take the dodge action.
Okay, great. So I'll say make a giant constrictor snake attack with disadvantage, and Anja make a acrobatics or athletics check, just straight up. So it's a +6 for you, my snaky friend.
Yeah, I have the stats up.
Great.
So
Girls have some emotional emotions.
Just make
right
the constrict attack.
Yeah.
All right, that is not enough. Yeah, because you rolled a 9 for the disadvantage. So you rush up in an attempt to grapple Anja, but Anja, having dodged, gets out of the way. And Honghuzi, were you also rushing in? You said?
Yeah. He's looking like yeah. He figured that Throck could probably wrap her up, so he was just going to cover her basically her line of retreat, and like him.
While they all go run and try to deal with her, I wedge myself in the door frame and try to hold this open as long as possible.
Great. Athletics check, please.
Oh, God.
So, Amara...
That's a 7.
Okay. Yeah. You're not really impeding much.
So, Amara's going to get close enough so that she's
thing
within
on the ground
60 feet.
And just keep sleeping.
Okay.
Just straight throws it on the ground.
Amara, what were you going to do?
Sorry. She's getting within 60 feet of Anja, keeping her within 60 feet if she starts to move.
Okay.
But she's going to cast Enthrall.
Okay. So first of all, you're no longer invisible.
Yep.
Second of all, I believe that requires a save. Yep.
Oh, it's not a. Oh, right. No, that's greater invisibility. I don't. Yep. Brain did a dumb for a sec. Don't mind me.
So I believe for the Enthrall spell, Andre, you need to make a Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving. You got a 17, 19. But that's also hitting Throck and Honghuzi because they'd be in the...
Yeah, technically. Both of you also make Wisdom saves, and Ember make a con save because you're stepping into the room that's slowly not becoming full of poison.
Damn it. Well, if I only get Throck, I'm immediately just dropping it. There's no point.
No worries.
She drops the medallion. She just throws it, after, Throck misses her. She just throws it, at whoever is left, underneath the door, and she's gonna leave the temple. That's her plan.
So heads back.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the thing, and it's not all the way there.
Yep. Honghuzi, do you seeing the seal been thrown down on the ground, do you let her pass?
I assume once Throck picks it up, the thing he says as she's leaving, and he doesn't try to stop her, is he chose, and I see you chose the same way. And he's going to walk.
All right. I need all three of you to make one more con save on the way out here.
Amara is going to be casting invisibility and following behind Anja, even though she technically has true sight up.
Yeah.
It's not for her.
Okay.
But I am using a 3rd level spell slot instead of a 2nd level spell slot to do that. Actually, never mind. There's no merit to doing that. I just because that's I can swap.
It just would be more people. Congrats, Throck and Hunghuzi. You're the recipients of 22 poison damage as you walk through. And then Neris, you luckily this didn't take long enough that you had to continue make checks as you can let the door now go down.
All right.
As
move through.
Congrats, you all have split the party as the 4 of you all are now, 4 of you are now on the other side of the spider door.
And we have the amulet thing, I'm assuming.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. You have the little seal. I think we're going to cut to Anja and Amara first. So Anja, you are just storing out of the temple.
Yeah, she's just.
Amara, you
and
are
as soon as she
following.
gets out, she'll
Yes?
tiny hut, and she'll go into her tiny hut.
Okay.
No.
Amara, are you going to in any way like interact with Anja as she's doing any of this?
She's mostly, yeah, she can see her.
Yeah. Correct.
And she will have permission to enter the tiny hut, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you just stay out in the Underdark even if you are invisible.
Okay, well, she is just gonna kind of chill. She's still invisible. She's not having a good time, but
Nobody is.
What? Oh, come on! I'm having a good time.
She's just chilling invisible, and she probably got her. Yeah, she probably got the staff in snake form and just leaning against it, even if the snake isn't fully in the hut. Like just kind of like leaning back against it.
Right. So you both
just waiting to see what she says, mostly.
All right. Then I think we'll cut from the silence of that moment of just both of you kind of being upset, and we will cut back to the other 4. So you 4, is there anything you all want to do before continuing into the next chamber? Don't want to take any like RP or prep you want to do.
Like he's gonna cough like to some of that place. I think like after double reduction, even 22 is like 5. But
yeah.
Yes, he's gonna like look around. Okay.
Double reduction doesn't work in 5e. It's just 11. It doesn't double. If you have if you would take half normally, then it would double. But if you have resistance twice, it doesn't matter.
6 more. And
yeah.
And then he's gonna like look around like, all right, I'm starting to feel this a little bit, but I'm very resistant. I'm very resistant to poison. How is everybody else doing? Throck.
He transforms out of the snake form.
Do you need to heal yourself?
I could use some time.
By the way, Montana, you're just very, very low. Like your voice is just low.
Is it better now?
Yes.
All right.
Neris kind of stands off to the side and just watches them, waiting for a moment.
Well, like Throck looks to Proserpina and Honghuzi. Are we going to finish this? We're on a mission. We need to continue forward.
Yeah, just a quick second. I want to make sure we're about square as we can be. The Hungry's gonna pull a potion out, and then Rob, let me ask you something. Like, would it wouldn't like ruin the potion if you like took a sip to show that it was like definitely.
I would say you can do that. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna do that to show that it's like not a poison potion, and then like hand it toward and like hold it out to Daenerys. We need to be square.
if you hadn't just pointed out to me that you were very resilient against poison, this would be more of a gesture, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And then I stare at it for a second.
It
then I
smells
take a
different than what
drink.
you just drank.
I just shake
Great.
my head and I take a drink.
That's
Why don't
very,
you?
very regular healing potion.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your 2d4 plus 2 healing.
2d4 plus 2 healing.
Yep.
There's 2d4. So 3 plus 2 is 5 points of
Are
health.
you? Take the better one. Take 8 back.
All right. 8.
I'm
I rolled
kind.
twice actually. Yeah, I'm double clicking everything, so you know.
You're good. Great. So, are you all gonna take a short rest?
I would like to.
I feel like
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should. I
Yeah.
think we should.
Hey, Rob,
Yes.
if we have time during the short rest, can I use my formula slot to make a curative draught?
Of course. In fact, that's not even. You can just do that.
Oh, okay.
as we are waiting
using
a
a slot.
while, Neris is seeing the fragmenting of this group of individuals who are supposed to be coming here to help him get something, of course. And he looks to them and goes, "So what is the deal? Why is there so much?
Well,
So much?"
well, we've been in similar lines of work. You know how it is. Sometimes you just can't trust people.
Well, sometimes you can't. That is true. But that doesn't mean that we stop functioning.
Yeah, well, took trust for granted, and I didn't. And this time I didn't. No one to know.
But it is
So I will-
important to build trust, like I've been saying through all these little exercises since we've been down here. You happen to have a group of individuals trying to survive in the Underdark. If you cannot trust them, at least a little, or know when you can't trust them, then what do you have?
Yeah, it's fair enough, but
A common goal. We don't need trust. We need us to fall in line and do what we need to do. It's something our group does not understand.
You speak wisdom. Many things are more important than our own personal squabbles.
We have a mission.
What is your mission, if I might be so bold in asking? Since I am only here to gather some supplies, I did not yet ask what it was that you were attempting to do.
you got some. We have some things of our own we need to gather, and like a little bit like out of character, like Rob. Like, was there a specific item we were coming here specifically to retrieve? Oh wait, no, yeah, of course, yeah, okay, yeah. So okay, I've answered my own question. Thank you. Memory jog. Like yeah, back in character. We'll know it when we see it. For whatever it's worth, I am absolutely certain it doesn't have anything to do with what you're looking for.
You'll know it when you see it.
We'll know
That
it when
sounds
we
like
see it.
it'll be quite spectacular. Have I come across anything quite spectacular in my desperate attempt to flee the temple, Rob?
In the temple, no. I mean, there's since this is the farthest you've gotten, the most treasure you've seen is back behind you.
Right.
You do note that there were like magical items also in there, but buried deep, nice and deep.
Of course they were. I do have to admit that since I did not get much farther than this, I cannot be of more help in discovering the artifact you're looking for, but I will assist you in any way that I can, while, of course, looking for the items that I personally have lost.
Hey, it's fine. Yeah, like I said, for all that you're understandably shifty, you haven't been screwing us over.
True. I seem to have maybe picked the wrong group, though, for my own safety, security, and well-being.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. We get out alive. We get out alive.
So do we continue to wait as we are resting here, or should we inevitably find some way to march forward?
I don't think she's coming back. Or and then like he's gonna like look around and like, Mara, are you here? And eventually,
It's just silence.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm spending this entire short rest just staring back at the door.
Yeah, I guess she's not here either. Whatever.
So you all get a short rest. So we get whatever abilities come back on a short rest back, like your wild shapes and your second winds. You can also roll your hit dice to regain hit points. I will say, Andra and Mara, you also are able to get a short rest outside of the temple. I don't know if you two would have spoken at that point. My guess
do
is
have
probably no. Yes.
I do have a quick, like, could
Please.
I quickly say I did something before I left real fast?
Yeah. What's up?
Just dropped a clairvoyance. I would have not walked out invisible anymore.
Okay.
Because I totally forgot that that has a stupid long range.
Cool.
So that way I can at least watch them, and I'm pretty sure it can move.
So what I'm going to say, Anja and Amara, as you finish your short rest, while the other group does not, you both feel a presence, an effect that had been on you since you drank the poison from the headless statue disappear. Both of you. As audience, they no longer have the flaw, I believe that even my closest friends will betray me from drinking the poison.
Yep. Amara just looks at Anja, just goes, "Oh."
Oh.
Chat, how many of the party do you think failed the save on that poison? How many out of how many? Please.
The two best friends? Why?
Hmm?
Yeah.
I just want to say 6 out of 6 because that's what I personally believe, but that could be totally wrong.
I think Proserpina was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Proserpina's
and
fine.
I don't think Neris had to make it again. And
No, none of you were my friends anyways. So.
But yeah, both Amara and Anja, if you go ahead, we'll cut in on your scene before we cut back. Because you actually also would have taken your rest before the other group.
So is that what it feels like when I fuck with people's heads?
Yeah. It's not fun.
I mean, I guess it's like drinking your own draught, right? Just to make sure it works the way you intended it to. We should, I don't know, what should we do? Do we go back or do we wait?
Well, they have the one person that can heal them, so that's good. If we go back, we're gonna have to face all of that again on our own.
Yeah, but we're also the only ones who can probably deal with any magical mishaps. Well, Throg could, yeah. But I mean more of an arcane nature.
But I mean,
going
we're
back
talking
through
about
there-
someone competent. I mean, I don't know, Throg.
I don't know. I've seen Throg kick some ass as an Earth Elemental. So
You kind of just see her rub her temples a little bit. I don't know, but I guess
well,
I can't leave them.
judging on Neris's reaction, I don't think we have to deal with the poison a second time around.
Yeah.
So it would just be a matter of doing the things we've already done once, but I don't know if that's such a good idea in case we make a mistake.
We also know that it can happen, so.
Mm-hmm.
That means we have to go into that other room and do things that please her.
I wonder if a prayer would work.
I
wonder if levitating.
Yeah, but
Can you levitate all the coins up and not grab the rings or whatever they are? The spider.
actually think I have something that would please her very well.
So do you want to try this then?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take point, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Let's. And the tiny hut drops, and I'm gonna hold out my hand to Mara. Let's do this together.
So, are you both drinking from the headless statue?
Yes.
Before I drink from the headless statue, I
Yeah.
kind of want to just look at the other statue. Are there like bodies around? Like
No.
when I say bodies, I don't mean like bodies.
My
I mean like
two sides gone at this
vermin and
point.
stuff.
Yeah. There's no like signs of death around it. It's a skeletal statue holding a bowl of liquid.
It's an experiment for another time. We have greater matters. But she does jot a bunch of stuff down in her notebook real fast.
You both take the headless
Yeah.
headless statue's draught, and no effect washes over you,
Okay.
as you are now immune to the curse.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get past the second room with the chasm and the lovers?
The yeet chasm.
I will. I will go ahead and polymorph into a giant eagle and carry Amara.
Great. So you are past that. Then there's the poison confessional.
Okay, so we are there in the confessional. I am going to take out something that I carry with me. A little prayer pamphlet of Elistray.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hold it up to this, and I'm gonna burn it.
You hear a sigh of relief, like,
Uh-huh.
you've been astray for so long, my child. Welcome home. And the door just opens.
All right.
Perfect.
And the door with the spiders opens for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to point out that once again, Amara is very disappointed as she puts away the almanac again.
It's okay.
I'll get to use it one day, okay? It's the only book on religion I own, okay?
So I will say, as the other four of you have just finished your short rest, having had to take a little more time to, have that discussion and
got a
get
short
through
rest.
the door, you all have now had a short rest. You four see Andra and Amara approach.
the
We've
fuck do you
returned.
want?
Hi, we're all cursed when we drank that poison. We don't trust our closest friends. So, sorry about that. We got over it.
Yeah.
I burned
also-
Elistray's prayer pamphlet to get back in here.
Sorry,
Why would
Rob,
you
I'm just
carry
letting
it
you
in?
know I used my arcane recovery, by the way.
Why would you even carry that? Fuck.
Because I
Wait,
could.
wait, what do you mean cursed?
Yeah, you drank from it, and I didn't trust you anymore. Which I'm guessing, being that I'm the smartest one here, you
Fuck.
probably were going through the same effects. Are probably still experiencing
Not by
them.
much.
It's okay.
Walks straight up to your face and like goes snout to you and just stares you down.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. It doesn't matter. And then he backs off.
You're right,
Let's
it doesn't,
go.
because we're back.
And he starts walking.
We figured you'd die without us anyway.
So you all walk into the next chamber. You see a fairly ruined chamber, some standing pillars, ceiling to floor still standing, but a lot of ruined stone. It looks like this chamber's maybe been the site of a lot of different battles. There is cobweb and spiderweb strung across many of the chamber surfaces and floor. You can also see a large pit. Looks like a large section of the floor collapsed into like a deep pit into the ground. You can also see just a doorway out into the, you assume, next parts of the temple. But on the other side of the chamber, seated, resting, but awake, you see a group of drow. You see an individual with a intricate bow on their back, Jatara, as one of you knows them, seated next to a drow with a spell book on their lap, pushing between pages, and 3 only other drow companions by their side, seated. As you all step in the chamber,
I have to fix the maps because when I did these.
as you all enter the chamber, you can see these drow regard you. And Jatara, the one with the bow, will stand up looking concerned, skeptical, untrusting.
Uzi's gonna like pull out like the medallion, like hold it up, like we have permission from the matriarch. We have no quarrel with you. As I have been told, there appears to be some sort of curse in the headless pool to cause distrust. So all things considered, we would prefer not to interfere with whatever you're doing in exchange, as long as you do not interfere with us.
Neris, make a perception check.
Will do, you jerk. 11.
You and pretty much everyone, but only you really see the significance of it, see hanging from Jatara's belt like a trophy, a necklace with a sending stone hanging off her belt.
Why? Finding items and taking them, I see.
So, you all decided to not only enter this temple, but bring him.
I have
Strange.
permission this time.
I don't think that was extended to you, was it?
Oh, I am their guest, so of course it is.
You see, she kind of looks to Hanhuzi, who's been talking a lot so far. Is this true? Is this
As
human
I
now
was-
part of your crew?
Rock gives you a look, Hong Huzi, and just nods.
He's
as a
been
knowing nod, as a
he's been useful. Hasn't betrayed us so far. Which is like he'll mutter under his breath, like his voice won't carry. But she can just tell that he's clearly muttering something like more than I can say something.
Stole from us. That's betrayal.
Interesting. What makes them so different, Neris?
Oh, they're capable. They're not a waste of time and space.
See, she knocks an arrow but doesn't draw the bow. Do you want to say something else?
He's Blaze, bite your damn tongue. Don't you not know who you're speaking to? Come on.
Listen to the smart man, Neris.
Smart man, yes. I will just look uncomfortable for a second and sit there.
Yes, I see you have my mother's favor. Congratulations. Why are you here? this holy place?
There is a particular artifact we are searching for. We have a tool that will recognize it. If we find it here, we would like to retrieve it. If it is not here, certainly our business will be neatly concluded, and
What
frankly,
artifact?
I don't have a name.
Don't have a name or don't want to give it?
My lady, I do not have it.
What does it look like? What is it?
I do not know. The only thing I know is that a sufficiently powerful wizard could make great use of it. Perhaps something to do with dimensional boundaries.
Make a persuasion check. If anyone wants to chime in to try and give a help action, they may. Otherwise, it's going to be just a straight persuasion check, but she does not seem to be taking anything Hankuzi just said well.
I will chime in. But in a weird way.
What other
She's
way do
just
you
gonna-
chime in? No, I'm just sorry.
I never don't chime in a weird way, to be fair. But she's just gonna hear in the back of her head, just slow and without like volume, she just understands it. He is here of my will, and then that's it. That's all she hears. I don't know. She can interpret that however the fuck she wants, but that's what Amara says.
Okay.
And obviously, she can't see who's talking.
Yeah,
so.
I don't make a deception check with disadvantage, Amara. Because that is listen,
fair
that is bold. That is fucking bold, and I do love it as a DM, but this person's not a
Oh, yeah.
rube. And then go ahead, Honghuzi, make a persuasion check.
I'm nodding or tongue because I'm considering something. Considering.
That didn't do a thing.
I'm considering.
I like what you consider. Usually leads to interesting decisions.
Okay, you know what? This time I'm going to. I see I have a natural 20. I am going to use it.
Question, Rob.
Yes.
Just for shits and giggles.
Uh-huh.
Would I have, I don't know, it's kind of retroactive now, so it's a little bit meh. But I was gonna be like, could I incite her first to see if I could try to figure out a way to put it so she would believe it? But I kind of already rolled.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Rolled.
That's something I should have like thought about first.
Maybe.
But that's all
Natural
she hears.
20. Doesn't sound like we're here for an artifact. If any of you, touch it, look at it for too long, it's over.
Hold on now, Jatara. You and I have had dealings in the past. I know there's no great love between the two of us. But I have offered Lolth the sacrifice, and I walk forward with my hands open.
He's like, I'm thinking like, that's not.
Oh,
I have indeed. The only thing that I need, of course, is just... I am only here for one thing. That sending stone on your waistband was mine. I seek it back. And then we can make a sacrifice together.
it sounds to me, though, that... Let me make sure I understand. You indebted yourself to the lady. I have what you need. I'm not hearing how you benefit me in any way.
Oh, well, you know my talents, lady. You know what use I can be. my organization does a lot of business as well, and they would like to have me back.
Yes, I'm aware of your organization and what they do.
How great would it be to have a personal spy in your entourage? I mean, you do want to become more in favor than your sister with your mother, correct? Work your way towards greater power than you have. I know this.
Persuasion check with advantage.
Alrighty. Nat 20.
Beautiful.
Yes, I think I would. I know that age shouldn't be the reason why someone's at my mother's right side. Besides, being in her right side means I can stab her a lot quicker.
The birth order has always been dumb way to assert power, in my opinion. I believe that talent, skill, drive, those kinds of things should be valued more.
And she nods. We'll take the necklace off her belt and toss it to you, and allow you to catch it.
I grab hold of it.
And then in one swift motion, she just kicks one of the drow of her party down the hole. Ah! They scream in pain, like scream in surprise and shock, and you hear and the cracking of bones as a sacrifice to Lolth was just made.
I put my necklace on.
Like Hungazy's gonna like whisper softly, like, may this sacrifice please my lady.
I need all of you to make perception checks.
Perception. 12.
18.
As the echoes of the sacrifice finish, Proserpina, Hunghuzi, and Amara, you can hear more sound from the pit as something disturbed by this great sacrifice stirs.
Uh-oh.
What does it sound like something in particular?
Proserpina can hear it most clearly, but I will say, Honghuzi, with your experience, the
I
sound
did
of
say 28 from me. Sorry, not a
Oh.
17.
Oh, okay. The familiar sound of chitin on stone.
Giant spiders.
Ah. Like spot. Oh. Some of my ladies' most favorite. Like, or least favorite.
Dried.
Oh, did they come up, or will they be happy with what they've received?
It sounds as though it's slowly coming up.
Yeah, Honghu's gonna like raise his voice enough for everybody to hear. I do believe we shall have company shortly. Don't think they'll be. I suspect they're going to be rather ravenous, or at least hungry for more. And like, yeah, like loud enough for everybody to hear it. But
Yeah. What do y'all do?
Knocking an arrow, getting ready.
Yep. My hand's gonna shimmer, and I'm gonna have my my eldritch bow, my pack boon bow.
Great.
I would like to cast spike growth, like all throughout, like the path that they have to walk up to.
Yeah.
So it's like a cliff
It's
over.
like so it's you can see on the map that giant pit. It's just a hole in the chamber. Like it's just a big
Okay.
pit in the ground
I
that
would like to
has
do it
come
like
about.
around in the pit.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll some damage here, and then we're all gonna roll initiative.
If there, like,
Alrighty.
the other thing, sorry, I was just waiting for my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would have Blazing and casted haste on Hakuzi.
Great.
Does haste give an initiative bonus, or is there a dex bonus? It's been a while.
I'll say it technically gives you advantage on all dexterity checks. I'll kind of interpret that as advantage on initiative because that makes sense to me.
Okay. Okay.
As coming out of the hole in the ground. Ooh, where I can't grab it anymore. All right. Coming out of the hole in the ground, you all see a spider, one, but not the size of a giant spider or a house spider, but about the size of like a woolly mammoth. As a mammoth spider crawls out of its lair, disturbed by a paltry mere corpse. Now, luckily for you all, this isn't a combat encounter with this and the drow, as it may have turned into at first, but we still have some things to do here. All right, so, and then for our drow friends. Alrighty. And then for our mammoth spider friend, what do we get? Okay. All right. So, starting us off, Neris, what do you do?
Seeing a giant spider crawling out of a hole. Not one to worry too much, but at the same time, quite worried because I could just be a sacrifice to Lilith. I move back behind the pillars that are over here and attempt to just make myself unknown by anything nearby for
Okay.
now.
So, bonus action stealth check. Go ahead.
Yep. All right. $29.
All right. You seem to evade the 8 eyes of the mammoth spider. For now. So that's your bonus action. Do you want to do anything?
I will save my other action to attack any target that comes too close that I deem a threat.
Hold your attack. Great. Proserpina.
Oh, fuck, that thing's big. Oh, shite. Oh, well. Bigger they are, the easier they are. I mean, I can hit a side of a barn. This shouldn't be a problem. So, sharp. You know the routine.
I sure do.
I don't have a token on the map.
It's on the very bottom of the chamber.
Yeah, you're on bottom left. If you can see this.
You
Oh,
might
okay.
need to, yeah.
I need to refresh. It's not
Okay.
showing me that.
All right. That's going to be 1 hit. So 21 points of damage to the mammoth spider. Very nice. Is that all? I wonder, would you ever do anything else?
You know, yeah, we're gonna pop the action surge.
There it is. Do it.
And same thing as always.
Okay, nice. So 2 hits, this time for 35 more piercing damage as these arrows fly true into the chitin of this massive spider. It's most prominent fangs are the size of people, dripping with venom. It hisses and turns towards you, Proserpina.
I'm gonna move behind the pillar that's next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna end my turn.
Okay, so since you did that, it's going to use its legendary action as a massive creature to instead move to get in sight of you. So it is going to rush down here and stare you down as the only creature so far to foolishly sting it with your arrows. Honghuzi, you are hasted.
Yep. High speed, frictionless Uzi is going in.
Is he greased up too?
I didn't cast grease.
Hey, we're not
Yet.
We're saving that for later.
Grease is not
It's not-
prepared today. Like,
currently not that kind of party, but we'll see. Uh,
It's not a real party without grease. Jeez.
no, right? Yeah. So swing
That's
it,
why we
swing
have
away.
the baby oil.
Yeah. So first you get your hasted
the
attack.
butter.
Hits.
Okay, for 21.
Very nice.
Let me see if there's any 2s in there. I can. Ooh, there's 2. Let's re-roll it. 4.
Same amount. Yeah.
And
Now you get your 2 attacks.
and actually, before I spend those 2 attacks, a bonus action to get the sword nice and
Lit.
burning.
It's lit. Go ahead. 18
Four.
will hit for another 30 points of
30.
damage.
Ooh, I see a 1.
All right. For an
5.
additional 5. All right.
And 1 more goes wide.
That one will go wide as already doing over 100 points of damage to this creature. Amazing. This was going to be a much harder fight if you hadn't nat 20'd a couple diplomatic rolls, but still the spider in reaction is going to use its last legendary action of this round and make a bite attack on you, Honghuzi.
Counter.
All right, go ahead.
Just for 11.
All right, so yeah, okay, it has a very good con save. So you do 11 more damage, but it rolled a 29 to hit you.
I think that'll do.
I thought so too. So that's going to be 24 points of piercing damage from
Okay.
the fangs alone. Then I need a Constitution saving throw and a Strength saving throw.
Okay, so con first,
Mhm.
then strength.
All right, so you are unaffected by its poison. However, as it bites down on you, you see glands spit out, and you are covered in webs. You are currently restrained now, as it moves its mouth away from you, getting ready to go against others. So you are restrained. We can get to that when we get to that. The wizard next to Jatara is going to use their action to throw a scorching ray at it. Woo! So 15, a natural 20, and a 21, a natural 20, and a 10. So it's going to do 25 points of fire damage to it. Jatara is going to, I believe, have to. Yes. So it's going to bonus action Hunter's Mark the spider and then take 2 arrow shots at it, not using her special poisoned arrows, because she's not an idiot. And we'll do a grand total of rolled a 1 and a 3 on damage there, so we'll only do 10 points of damage with the arrow shot, as poison's not great against mammoth spiders, she knows. The other drow are going to have to spend their turns, I believe, dashing. So they unfortunately aren't that quick. So one's gonna dash up, the other one's gonna pull out a crossbow, fire at the giant mammoth spider, and barely miss. All right, that's the NPCs for now. Amara.
Yeah, she is going to do something she doesn't normally do, 'cause she's more of a weapons person, but Eldritch Blasts.
Go ahead. So 3 attacks.
Okay, that's not what I... Okay. Sorry. I seem to have made a mistake somehow, and
Ooh.
somehow made this a...
Oh, spell save, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. Or it should be on. It should be in your attacks section for Eldritch Blast on in your core.
Just delete it and then redrop it.
That's what I'm gonna do. Except my thing got...
No. It's right here on your Eldritch Blast +9.
I just put that there.
Oh, got it.
Not
okay.
actually. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna get rid of it and redrop it. if my computer wants to actually work with me, that would be nice. Okay. Well, yeah. But then after that, I'm gonna bonus action hide around the corner of
That's
the
good.
pillar. But just that what?
Ooh.
It didn't let me drag and drop. No.
Hmm.
There we go. No, what?
Just roll.
Oh, whatever.
3d20.
What's the thing?
It's just not like I don't know. I'll fix it later.
Yeah. Here, click just do Ray of Frost 3 times because it's the same attack roll.
Okay. Is it
Okay,
the
so
same?
2 hits.
No.
2 hits, and then it's just so 2d10 force damage, and then go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Wow, watch out.
All right, cool. So 4 points of damage. That's your go after you make your stealth check. Now the mammoth spider's turn is going to kind of rotate around Honghuzi. Or actually, sorry, Throck, you got shunted out of initiative, so go ahead and take your turn now because you did kind of get. I didn't have your token in the initiative tracker, so go ahead and take your move before Spider goes.
Yes, and also I have spike growth inside of the hole that it had
Yeah,
to
yeah.
walk
So
through.
go ahead and roll the damage.
So it was a 20-foot sphere, and
So roll it twice.
Okay.
I'll say, because
And,
it can move pretty. It has a pretty
Okay.
good climb speed. So
So 4d4. Okay.
great. So it took 11 damage before it even started the fight. All right, and so now what you want to do?
I would like to cast Blight on it, so it needs to make a con saving throw.
Natural 18, but still 8d8 halved is nothing to sneeze at here.
It is not.
Whew, that's a pretty good roll too. 19 points of damage as you all are just shy of the 200 damage mark on this mammoth spider. Very nice. Any bonus action things you would want to do, Thra?
He's gonna actually move back.
Okay, no worries. So then the mammoth spider is now going to go legendary actions returned as well and come up on Proserpina as you were the first person to hit it. So it has kind of, it's not, it's animal intelligence here. Natural 20. All
that'll
right.
hit.
I thought it might. Okay. So that's
a
going to
natural
be
20 hit from the GM.
That's going to be 43 points of piercing damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw. You might want to succeed this one.
Yeah, well, you know how good my con saves tend to be.
You do have Indomitable back at least.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Okay. So this con save is an all or nothing con save, which should tell you the kind of effect you might be dealing with here. But you do also need to make a strength save or be webbed.
This will be hilarious.
You are
Indomitable?
restrained. All right, go ahead.
A lot of dice in that poison.
Never
that poisonous-
fucking mind.
Okay, you are restrained. And the spider, seeing you restrained, is then going to. So Honghuzi, you can't. Or no, you used your reaction already. Never
I
mind.
did do that.
So is going to kind of climb. So is now on the side of this pillar, and make a second attack against Throck, because it wants all these skittering bugs to be restrained first. That's going to be a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
So, wow. Okay. 10 points of piercing damage. I rolled so low on my dice. But a con save, please, and a strength save.
Okay.
Oof. Okay. So you take an additional 24 poison damage.
Okay.
You are restrained, and you are poisoned.
Okay.
As that's the mammoth spiders go. Anja.
Alright, Anja is gonna use her movement first to get right over here. I can still see the spider just fine, right?
Yep, it's huge.
Cool. Can it make a dex save for me?
It can probably not. Natural 5.
Awesome. Cool. A light beam just whoosh, goes from Anja's finger as she casts Disintegrate at 7th level.
Roll damage.
Because fuck no, spider. Fuck Loth. Where am I going? Where's
How
my
dare.
character sheet?
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm gonna dare this shit right now. Alright, so I should have it on my attack rolls. Yes, indeed. We're at level 7. Cool.
All right. So that's 92. How does this mammoth spider meet its maker?
It literally disintegrates. It says in the spell.
Any amount of flair you wanted to put on that. No worries. Okay.
It says disintegrate.
As
Oh.
this beam flies out, yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
who's it carrying? I have to reread this.
It's not carrying anyone right now.
Okay,
it's just
perfect.
restrained people in webs.
Okay, perfect. It just, as like this light, it's a very, very thin green line, and it just sort of like goes straight into like its butt and like kind of comes out, and just, it's kind of like in the Resident Evil movie, right? Where you just see the laser go through and it takes like a minute before it just falls into dust.
As just a showering of dust falls upon the chamber floor, we see the mammoth spider defeated. And as we zoom out from this scene, we go deeper into the temple just a bit, and we see this just part of a chamber. We see this field of corpses, magically preserved, enemies of Lulth, and we can see we see an entire section of this little field specifically reserved, put above the rest, with jagged spines surrounding it, filled with people bearing the mark of House Hirine. And that's where we'll end this specific episode of Revenge of the Gith. Thank you all so much for watching.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming and showing up. That was a roller coaster of emotions and cool shit, Rob. That was one of the most intense sessions we've ever had on this thing. So thank you. And of course, thanks for everyone else for being here. As far as the rest of the week on the channel, you can catch us again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. PST for more 5e goodness with the World of Ashenfell. Friday, we are premiering our new show, our Lancer actual play, who somebody here will talk about when it's his turn. And then Saturday, we have Emberwind and Dragon Age. So that's what's going on until we're back around here for more. It's a good week. It's a good week for games. So yeah, that's me. That's what I do. Everyone else going in the opposite direction in which we came from. Tell us where we can find you and what you're doing on the internet.
So, you can find me on Twitter at Jossadison, that's Josadison, and on Fridays you can find me GMing their Lancer game, Shades of Tartarus, where now session 1 I mean, it's one thing to have a cool squadron of ace pilot prisoners bust, out of jail, come to show the galaxy what for. But first, they got to get out of jail. So you want to see a high stakes prison break? Y'all stop by, and that'll be at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time or 11 a.m. Pacific. Y'all come by.
Thank you. And somebody wasn't here for their intro, but they are next, and that would be Ember. Go ahead, fam. You're muted.
Here, yeah, I forgot I muted myself twice.
It's
Forgot to
alright.
mute the other time. Hi, I'm Ember, otherwise known as the Forged King. I hang out on the internet, sometimes. The only other place I'm gonna be is here. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, to be honest.
He lives here. I hold him captive.
Indeed. Help, send help.
Who is next?
It'd be Robin.
It's our good friend Proserpina. Are you muted? I don't know if you're.
No,
on
I'm
the
not
other-
sorry.
Okay, cool.
I'm fighting a cat who's trying to get onto my keyboard.
Nice.
But no, you can find me all over social media, primarily Twitter and Instagram as Robin_Shadle. This is the only place you'll see me because right now I'm hyping the upcoming release of my debut novel, Liam's Doom, which actually will be released in 6.5 weeks. So that's getting close. Pre-orders are available for paperback. I can't do pre-orders for the ebook, but ebook will be available as well.
Hi, I'm Montana. You can find me at Montana2 on Twitter, or at MontanaWhat2 on Twitter, and at MontanaWhat on Instagram. But you can also check me out on my other Instagram. I guess I might as well plug it. I do something called Temptation Chef. They're like comedy food videos that I release on an Instagram called The Temptation Chef. I think the next one I'm going to do is going to be something related to goo.
You. I guess that makes it my turn.
Yes.
And I
Please.
am Tybars. I'm Lot Even Star on DeviantArt, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and over on the Dice Tyrants channel, Twitch TV Dice Tyrants. Go there, check that out. I happen to run 2 campaigns weekly, one on Monday. Well, I did one on Monday. It just ended, The Dragons of Rulo. But you can catch all those episodes over on YouTube. And we have our season finale 2-part coming up for The Clockwork Zephyr, starting this Thursday at 7:30 Central. And I am in Vampire the Masquerade Division E with the Dice Tyrants on Sundays at 3 Central Standard Time. I happen to be the creator of Aether and Steamworks, my own book, my own game. You can catch that. I think there's a link there in chat. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I've got a lot of people that vouch for that. They think it's cool. So if you want to check out stuff I do, then come on over. And can I say I'm also the savior of this entire show tonight? I brought everybody through a whole bunch of challenges, and I convinced a whole bunch of drow not to kill everyone. But all I had to do was sell myself for it. So thank you to me.
Yeah. I mean, this was obviously rough, but imagine if you didn't have someone who told you what the tricks of all these rooms were. That would have been even more fun, because there were a couple of ways Ty's character could have obviously been. So
yeah, he kept giving me, are you sure you want to tell him about these? Are you sure you want to tell him about them?
I
Like,
DM'd him
need
about
allies
the poison bath part
because the things we're coming up against here, I need to be able to. Never mind. We'll just leave it at that.
But no more of that. Y'all are going into Terra Incognita now. Hello, everyone. I am Rob B. Rolling as your GM tonight. When I'm not giving all the players flaws that say they don't trust anyone anymore, which I'm so glad all 5 of you failed behind the scenes, which was just beautiful. I am, of course, running this game every Wednesday. just now ended my run with A Thirsty vs. Clockwork Zephyr, but you should still come and check out these season finales because I jumped ship literally that show. But you can also find me as part of the Not Quite Heroes podcast at NQH Podcast on Twitter for all our links and stuff. We are a D&D, 5e, and Quest actual play show where we do all sorts of fun stuff, and I may be pretty involved with some of that coming up. Ty, did you want to add something?
Yeah, you will still be on the cast party style get
True.
together when we have that.
Yeah.
Whenever
So
that
keep an
happens,
eye
so.
out on all of that. Plenty of awesome games going on Dice Tyrants. But yeah, that's me. I'm super excited for more of this temple.
All right, cool beans, everyone. And with that, we're gonna go raid over to Vancouver by Night, which is that Vampire Masquerade Vancouver game. So by a bunch of locals of my town. So wave, bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, splash. Stop.